Right, here we go. I'll take a second to get this set up. That looks better. That looks about right. And we can give this a couple of minutes. And then we can get started, because I don't know how well my voice is going to hold out for doing voices for this, or for having picked a game that's going to require a lot of talking. But I'm just really eager to talk about this game, and doing a stream of it is the best excuse I have to do that, so... Oh, let me remember, are there any settings I need to fiddle around with now that I know what is what? Always run on command remember. Yeah, probably leave that off. Yeah, that's fine. We can get started shortly. How's everyone doing today? Over there. I'm going to give it a couple of minutes for people to arrive because this is a very narrative-heavy game. I'm going to give it a minute for people to be able to arrive before we jump. It's not like people are going to miss too much if we get started, but with narrative-heavy stuff, I like to give it a minute. Put me little social posts out. Check if I've missed anything else going on today while people start arriving. Ooh, Nintendo has made a statement about the sequel to Tears of the Kingdom, or the next big Zelda game. Interesting, I have not seen that yet. Hey, that Daria Morgan, and hey, Incompetent Hero, happy Friday as well. Let me just read this thing about Zelda quickly. Nintendo says that, next Zelda game is unlikely to be a direct follow-up to Tears of the Kingdom. That would be a sequel to a sequel, which is getting a little bit wild when you think about it. I'm not surprised to hear they're not doing a sequel. They said they didn't want to do DLC because, oh, we've told the story we want to tell. We don't have more ideas, so we're not going to make DLC. To me, that says, yeah, they're done with this and going to do something different. We were seeking to build on top of the world we created with Breath of the Wild, exhaust the possibilities, etc. Yeah, okay. Yeah, how's everyone doing today? I wouldn't have minded a third in that series, but not shocked. Honestly, I'm pretty okay. Like, I love that the Zelda series, like, does big, weird little reinventions of itself, and I like the novelty of what is this Zelda gonna be. But yeah, I'm not surprised to hear that. Also, on the YouTube stream, is it called Let's Watch the Game Awards Live? Is my YouTube stream not... Okay, my YouTube stream title might not have updated, so I might have to quickly fix that. How do I change the info for my live stream that is live right now? How do I even live? Yeah, why does it say Let's Watch the Game Awards Live? I need to update the name. There we go. I got to redo the title for some reason. Okay. That's how I... No, it's not even letting me save the name. It's not made for kids. There you go, YouTube. Can I save the proper title now? Oh, streaming to multiple platforms. Hey, Echo. I just had a whole ass family try to move into my house because the landlord forgot to tell them I'm paid until January 4th. Ooh. Yeah, understandably angry. Fucking landlords. We have opinions about them. It might surprise you all to know we have opinions about landlords here. Anyway, let's start playing some In Stars in Time, because I've been eager to... I've been vaguely talking about this game for like a week. I wanna get into some depth. So I do need to mildly resize my webcam so that it fits along this edge, and then I can probably put myself up here. God, I love this game's art. Yeah, I'm gonna go gentle on character voices today because my voice is still struggling enough that I don't want to do 3 hours of trying to do character voices. Rin! Siffrin! Siffrin? Yeah, that Daria Morgan, what I will say about this game's use of black and white, and, like, if you know the other thing I'm going to compare it to, you might be able to make an educated guess as to what I'm getting at. This game is in black and white, but is not unaware of the fact that it technically could use colours. And I don't think it's one-to-one with, like, how Undertale does that, but it reminds me of Undertale in terms of being deliberately restrained about use of colour. But there's in-universe stuff we'll actually quite early learn about colour in this world that is really interesting. Not to spoil too much, the game itself addresses the choice that the game is in black and white, and I think that's interesting. Good morning. Well, more like good afternoon, I guess. Are you taking a nap? That's just like you. Only you could sleep peacefully at a time like this. I guess that's smart. We better get some rest while we can. We have to be ready for tomorrow, so we can finally face against the king. You're too sleepy to talk. Sleep's sweet embrace calls for you. You close your eyes again. You're still half asleep, aren't you? You make a grumbling sound. Okay then, you can sleep for a little longer, but not too long. You can sleep, but come to the village when you're ready, okay? You yawn so hard your jaw cracks. You're having such a nice rest too. You can't spend the rest of the day sleeping. That would be a waste. You force yourself to get up. Wake up, Siffrin. You have a country to save. Okay, I'm really curious to replay this game because having completed it, I am so fucking curious to re-experience how certain things are hinted at and set up and contextualized. I have so many things I want to re-experience in this. Siffrin, you're up. You sure are. Hey, Mira. Hey, Siffrin. So how was your nap? On a scale of 1 to 10. Let's see. 1, a certain someone woke me up. 5, completely average. A solid 9. I think that was a solid 9 nap. Is it not a 10 because the finish could have used some work? We'll do better next time. Next time I promise I'll let you sleep in. So we can get the elusive 10 out of 10 score. Oh wait, that's something I wanted to ask you. I have an idea for tonight. This will be the night before we go to fight the king, so I felt like we can make it special somehow. I was thinking, how about a sleepover? Let's all eat good food together, sleep in the same room, maybe tell stories. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? How is it different from what you usually do? Well, okay. You think it's silly, don't you? I'm sorry. I was trying to find something fun to do tonight, but that's all I could think of. It was a stupid idea, wasn't it? Maybe we should forget about it. Oh no. Your lack of enthusiasm made Mirabelle upset. Come on, fix it. No, I think it's fun. Let's do it. Yeah, as you're already seeing, this adventuring party is made up of some people with some anxiety issues. And Competent Hero says, this is that game with the tutorial for the benefit of a party member. Yes, it is that game. So if we're doing it, can you let everyone know? I don't think I could convince everyone. Well, you kind of have to now. Of course, Mira. Okay. Let me think. I've got people messaging me. Go away, messages. Madame O'Dial should be in the shop buying items. Bonnie should be near the fields to the east. And Isabeau is at the Favour Tree to the west. We're staying at the clock tower at the east of town, right past the broken bridge, so you can just tell everyone to meet up there later. That was a lot of names and places, will you remember? Probably not. Well, unrelated to your memory, here's a note with everyone's location just in case you forget. We got a reminder note that reminds us who we gotta go see. Yeah, starts off nice and typical, you know, turn-based RPG. Go meet all your little NPCs, and we'll go off to go see the dungeon. We've got to check the Change God statue too. But good luck. Yes, I absolutely love this game's like world building around religion. There's so few like fantasy RPGs that properly build out the religious belief of the place you exist in. There's a lot of people to talk to and draws to snoop in around town. Okay. Statues, big and small, all with different faces. Some have sad eyes, others a bright smile. A few are animated by craft, and one jumps around, bumps gently into your foot. Change God, deity worshipped by all of the country of Valgard, stands before you. You have trouble believing you're finally here, almost at the end of your journey. Yeah, the Change God is like the main religion seen in this, and I won't jump into it too much, but the ability for people to change and grow and become different to who they previously were is basically the core religious belief in this world, and that makes for some really interesting world building. Cyborg Girl, how's Time Loops? I finished the game. I think it is a masterpiece that is going to be absolutely detestable to certain people, and I don't blame them. I think it makes some really divisive choices that people are not going to get on well with, but I wanted to do at least one stream of it so that I would have an excuse to talk about the things I've been loving about it, and to get people on board with, here's why it's interesting, here's why you might fall off it, give people a look at it. I played a bunch of this game, and I loved the characters, but the fighting made me kind of tired. One thing I would say is there is an ability to get an equipable item for your character, Sifrin, that makes enemies run away from you. And as soon as I got that, I basically didn't fight another enemy for a lot of the rest of the game. I don't know how much you can just mainline to that item, but I think it's one thing I would recommend to some people, is like, if that is if you can mainline to it, it's probably worthwhile. Because the turn-based battles are really not so important past a certain point. Anyway, it was only a few months ago that you met Mirabelle. So much has happened since then. It was almost a year ago now that the king appeared seemingly out of nowhere. Possessing immense craft power, he spread his curse across the country of Valgard, freezing in time everything in its path. With Dormont's House of Change in his control, he patiently waits. For he knows his curse can only be reversed if he is defeated. His victory would be all but determined if not for Mirabelle. Your friend Mirabelle is the only survivor of the House of Dormont, after the king froze everything inside in time and locked the gates. Everyone says she was blessed by the Change God themselves with the power to fight back the king's curse, making her the only one able to save Valgard. So yeah, we are not saving as like, we're not playing this as like the hero of the story who's like who is destined to save the world and has like the unique powers or whatever. That's not us. That's Mirabelle. When you met her, she was already travelling with Isabeau and O'Dial, trying to get the orbs necessary to open the house's gates and defeat the king. So yeah, we're not even the second or third party member. We are party member 4 out of 5. You helped them defeat a particularly strong sadness, and seeing your strength, they asked for your help. You had nothing better to do, so you decided to accompany them. A few weeks later, you met Bonnie, completing your little team. Bonnie is perfect. Bonnie is everything. I would do everything to protect Bonnie. You saw a lot of Valgardian cities during your travels, some frozen, some not. Did your best to sidestep the slowly encroaching curse. But still, you all kept going. Mirabelle kept going to honour the Change God's blessing, save her beloved house, and save Valgard. Isabeau came with her after Valgard's defenders themselves refused to help. Odile came to satisfy her curiosity about Valgard. And because, she said, leaving the fate of a country to a bunch of young ones would give me an ulcer. Odile is great. This is the adult being like, it is so irresponsible to let teens bear the responsibility of saving the world. I guess I gotta come with you. Bonnie came to save their sister, frozen by the curse. You're here because there's nothing else for you to do. What else are you supposed to do except travel with them? Once, Mirabelle asked you if you were okay, following them on a journey to save the country. Yeah, this game's characters are superb. And, like, I've spoken to a couple of people who've had the experience you did, Cyborg Girl, of really love the characters. There was a point in the middle where I just stopped enjoying the RPG bit of it. And I'm like, I get it. I think it needs to be the way it is for its payoffs to work, but I also get that it spends a while deliberately not giving you the character interaction stuff that is the really satisfying thing of this game, and that is what makes it hard to recommend. But, like, everyone who I've recommend this to who's played it has been able to at least agree these characters are fantastically written, even if certain choices this game makes, and we'll talk about them later, are potentially off-putting. Yes, once Mirabelle asked if you were okay following them on a journey, she felt guilty. Felt like she was forcing everyone to follow her on a hopeless quest. You wanted to put her at ease, so you said easily and truthfully that travelling with everyone was the happiest you could remember being. She looked upset. Yeah, this feels like a real autism thing. It's like, I'm really happy being with all of you on this adventure and being part of a team, and someone else is like, you're happy that the world is ending? It's like, no, I didn't say that. You're all really nice and I like you. Oh no, communication. You cringed just thinking about it, truth be told. Maybe not the most considerate thing you could have said to someone with her problems at that moment. Yeah, like, I get it. Mirabelle's, like, probably not feeling the happiest she's ever felt in her life. She's probably feeling the crushing weight of pressure of I have to save the world, but, you know. But tomorrow, one way or another, your journey will end. We're going to make a little prayer here at the statue. You should believe something very strongly at the Change God. That's how those work, right? Mirabelle and Isabeau taught you before. Can't just ask for things because the Change belief considers this lazy. It's the Change God. Only pure belief and confidence in yourself will do. With the Change God only providing a little nudge. If anyone is lazy here, it must be the Change God, you think. Oh well. You believe strongly, or whatever. That your hits will super hurt, that your attacks will be against you will be super weak, or you'll be super fast. These are, you select a little stat boost that for this run through of the game, you get a little advantage. So I picked go fast. Always attack first, don't leave the enemy a chance to touch you. Repeat under your breath, super fast, super fast, super fast. You actually feel a little faster? You jump in place, trying to notice if anything changed. You jump right on a pointy rock. You don't tear up. Not that much agile then. You and your friend's attack speed got a tiny bit better. Yeah, let's go meet some of these other party members, because they are the bread and butter of this game. You thank the Change God for its blessing and run away quickly. Can I go straight to Isabeau? Isabeau's the person I want to introduce you all to. Okay, we're gonna go to Isabeau last, I think. So let's go see Odile first. Odile is here, looking at what the shop has to offer. Odile! Oh, Siffrin. You look rested. Glad to see you this laid back on the day before the end of the world. Anyway, how can I help you? Sleep over at the clock tower. A sleepover? Ugh, you guys really are kids. Well, we can forget about our problems and stuff. I suppose so. Nonetheless, I'll be there. Poor Boniface probably needs it. Maybe we all do. But if the room only has three beds, right? I better get a whole bed to myself. Well, Mirror and Bonnie will probably be sharing. Mirabelle and Bonnie? Now who'll sleep on the ground, you or Isabeau? I think me and Isa will share. Incompetent hero. I can see why you would think a Tuxford was a name in that context. NetAlley in the YouTube chat says, not going to stick around because it's late, but I wanted to say I've played this game recently because you talked about it on one of the Thirsty Suitor streams and I really like it. Yay! I'm really glad that you really like it. I know it's not going to be for everyone, but I'm really glad that some people are checking it out because I've enthused about it. Fascinating. Anyway, I'll be there. You know, since we already decided earlier we'd meet at the clock tower and all. Yeah, we did all plan this already, so, like, do I need to let everyone know? I could have just met them at the clock tower. Like, it's fine. Anything else? We're fighting the king tomorrow. We are. I hope you're prepared. The king, and the sadness his destruction creates, they possess crafts capable of slowing us down or even freezing us in time completely. So, as always, we're counting on you and your speed to keep us out of trouble. You want me in the front again? Leading everyone, if possible. You've already proven good at preventing traps and keeping us alive, so I don't see why that has to change. And as always, you can count on me to provide everyone with intel on any enemies we encounter. Everyone except Boniface will be on battle duty, but I might ask Boniface to do something as well. Might be good for everyone to give the kids something to do. Boring tactics talk, I know. I'll shut up and buy items for our journey to the top of the house. Have you found it? Is your field of research tactics? Oh, Gems, are you still trying to figure out what I'm researching? Yes, there is this long-running thing in this game of, Odile is researching something. She will not tell any of the party members what it is, so everyone's just constantly like, is it this? Is this your topic? You showed vague interest. No, my field of research isn't tactics. Isabeau actually proposed that one last week. Late one. Give it up already. None of you will ever figure out what I'm studying. It will stay a secret forever. What will you do after the battle with the king? After tomorrow, if we survive. I wish I had your confidence. Maybe I'll just go home to Kabu. I haven't seen my country in many years. Before I met Mirabelle and Isabeau, my main goal was to travel to Valgard and see its many different places, sites and cultures. I've already accomplished this by travelling with Mirabelle, so... Was it all for your research? Yes. Your research into... cultureology? Cultureology isn't a field of research, Siffrin. But it is the field of research you spent your life trying to create. Stop inventing a backstory for me. What about you? What will you do? If we beat the king, that is. Will you go back to your own country, maybe? What will you do? Oh, I accidentally skipped a dialogue line there, I apologise. Let me find that line that I missed. What will we do when we go back to our country? I need to be mashing B because B won't accidentally click on a dialogue box. So if I mash B and then press A only when I'm making a choice, we can fairly quickly get back here. Yes, what will you do if we beat the king? Will we go back to our own country? Come up with my own field of research. Ah, you're making a joke at Odile's expense. Let's go meet some of the others. Mirabelle is here, sitting on a bench looking at papers. Hi, Siffrin. You need anything? How are you feeling? Oh, I'm feeling? Oh, being in Dormont, you mean? It's nostalgic. This is where I lived before, after all. Talentless Muse says, Siffrin's general design reminds me of Snufkin from the Moomins. There's definitely a vibe of that. I had that thought once or twice. This is where I lived before, after all. I mean, when I wasn't studying or working at the house. Beaumont itself hasn't changed much, but the house... We can see it from the village, you know. How distorted it has become. I was the only one who managed to escape the house when the king attacked. So many people must be hurt. Or maybe they're all... We'll save them all tomorrow. Yes, you're right. I should stay positive. I feel like Siffrin's gender identity is Snufkin. Cyborg Girl, couldn't agree more. Oh, actually, sorry, I've just realised the Twitch pop-up chat needs to be there so I can see notifications. Yeah, what will you do after all of this? After? Won't it jinx us to talk about this? Well, I'll need to make sure everyone in the house is okay. Beating the king should make their time flow again, and they won't be frozen anymore. And I need to talk to the head housemaid and apologise for taking so long. She was the one supposed to beat the king. She would have done a better job than I did, if only the king didn't freeze her in time. But after I apologise, I was thinking of travelling again, you know, as a housemaiden of the House of Change. I'm supposed to keep striving for change. Even more than a normal believer. And part of it means I have to go on a pilgrimage, which I haven't done yet. Mirabelle, I feel like going on a quest to save the world from an evil king is probably counts as a pilgrimage, I would imagine. Yeah, didn't this whole journey count as a pilgrimage? No? I mean, I don't think so. The pilgrimage is all about learning new things, and seeing new places, and changing yourself and other people you meet. And definitely an Ocarina of Time style quest to go get all the medallions to enter Ganondorf's castle definitely doesn't involve seeing new places and changing yourself or anything. This journey could have been that, but I haven't changed at all. I'm still the same old Mirabelle. You feel like she's changed a lot since you've met her, but who are you to judge? What about you, Siffrin? What will you do? What will I do? Maybe I'll go on a pilgrimage too. Oh, that's great. But I thought... Oh, change. Are you thinking of converting to the House of Change? The house would be so delighted. I have some pamphlets. Pass. I'm fine being the same person forever. You're fine with it? Oh, okay. Right, so let's go meet party member number 3, but not straight away because there's a couple of not party member NPCs I want to go talk to first. There is the one that grows flowers. Hello. Oh, aren't you one of the saviors travelling with Mirabelle? You're doing so much for us. I wish I could help you in some way. Oh, don't worry. We're gonna go meet boyfriend material real soon. I am so excited for it. I grow flowers. Beautiful flowers that can make someone you like happy. Here, have one. You could keep it or gift it to someone special. I'm gonna come get a flower, which you can give to one of your party members. I'm gonna give it to the party member that early on is most resistant to liking me. There's a kid drawing pictures. Ah, it's Mirabelle. Oh yeah, the flower shop, you can go get a flower and you can give it to any party member and, like, get a little dialogue change and some stuff. The kid beams at you. They shuffle their drawings around to show you another. It's you! It's me. The kid smiles and kicks their feet happily. You really like their art. Maybe. Can you draw me something I can take with me? The kid looks at you for a moment and then gets to work. She does a little picture of the whole party. It's you and your friends. The kid makes a happy noise and gives you the drawing. You got the friendship doodle. Thank you, talented one. The kid laughs happily and gets back to drawing. Okay, so we're going to very quickly come over and meet Bonnie. Bonnie is here, looking morosely at the fields. Bonnie! Hey, friend. Oh, boy. What do you want? Clock tower, sleepover. A sleepover? That's pretty dumb. Was it your idea? Hey! It was Mira's, actually. Oh. Then it's a great idea. Why didn't you come up with it? Stars, you do not know how to deal with Bonnie anymore. Are you worried about tomorrow? No. Not even a little bit. That's a lie. Your sister's gonna be okay, you know. Don't talk about my sister! And anyway, I don't need to worry about her. It's not like she's gonna move from her spot. Bonnie's sister is in Balmouche, a coastal village hundreds of kilometers from here. A few months ago, the king froze their whole village in time. Unless you manage to beat the king tomorrow, Bonnie's sister will never move again. What are you gonna do after tomorrow? If we beat the king, I'll go and see my sister in Balmouche, duh. And then? And then I'll hug her. And then? And then I'll tell her, I really, really tried. Tried what? And then you won't be here anyway, so you won't be able to ask me stupid questions, you crab. What about you anyway? What are you gonna do? I'll go to space. Space sounds lame. I bet you can't even go there anyway. I totally can. Wait, really? How? Oh, it's a secret. Wink. This is why I don't like you, Zifrin. Ah, Squidder's time in the Twitch chat. I fell off a cliff in August and inflamed this nerve in my brain connected to eyesight in my right eye, so I had to wear an eye patch for 3 months. Anytime I see a character in an eye patch, now I go, oh, me. Zifrin is so me. I feel like eye patches really are one of those things that if you have an eye patch, any character with an eye patch is like that, it me. Having like the undercut, the side shave, I now see any female character with the shaved side and then long on the other side. I'm like, hey, me. That's a defining character trait now. It's a character. That's one of the character design bits that's me. Okay, and you know what? I'm gonna give the flower to Bonnie. You're giving me a flower? Yeah. Why? Why not? Okay. Bonnie hesitantly takes the flower and stares at it intently. Did it make them happy? Unclear. Cyborg Girl says, I'm the same way any woman character in a wheelchair. Oops. Yeah, sometimes you just... Sometimes one visual signifier like that me. That me, when that me. Oh, time to talk to best party member. Isabeau is here, probably pondering what favour to ask the tree. Isa! Sif! Isa! Sif! Isa! Sif! Isa! Okay, that's it. I'm ending this bit. Ooh. That's how it has to be, Zifrin. Cyborg Girl says, I think a big part is that I see them so rarely. Yeah, rarity definitely increases that bond. Yeah, boyfriend is here. I was just looking at the favour tree anyway. Isn't that tree cool? Yeah, it is. Glad you agree. One could say it's pretty... Tremendous tree. It's a pretty tremendous tree. Yeah, yes. You both laugh. Laughing uproariously, he raises his hand towards your shoulder, but stops and brings it to his side. That was funny. I'm gonna go soon so you can do your thing with the tree, but do you want to talk before I go? Sleepover, clock tower. Or a sleepover? Crab, yeah. Doesn't the clock tower only have 3 beds, though? I'm guessing Bonbon and Mirror will share, and Madame Odile will take her own. Which means we'll share beds again, Sif. I got dibs on the left side. Sure. Yeah. But please try not to hog the covers this time. It's getting cold at night. What's up with the big tree? Oh, you don't know about the favour tree? Bruja Kaiser in the YouTube chat says, thank you so much for recommending this game on the podcast. I'm so glad that there are people who've checked this game out since I talked about it on the podcast who were enjoying it. as I say, well, before the end of the stream, I will talk about the things that, like, I know are gonna rub some people the wrong way about this game. But I think there is a really special game in here, and I'm really glad people are checking it out. It's nice when I enthuse about a game and can actively go, it led to people trying a thing that they might not have tried. That's always an exciting thing. Or, well, it's just a random big tree. But when you're a believer of the House of Change, the biggest tree in a certain place is called a favour tree. It's like, it's the tree with the most power, so you can ask it things. As a favour. Like, please help me pass my Defender exams. Which is like a totally random example. Wasn't Isabeau a Defender? Did you ask a mythical tree to help you pass your exams? Cyborg Girl, it's the one meathead jock voice I have. And honestly, the fact I have a really bad throat, the voice is making me cough a bit, but the fact I have a slightly raspy voice still is making it really easy to give a little bit of fry to the low jock voice, which honestly helps. Brucia Kaiser in the YouTube chat says, genuinely, I think it's now one of my favourites of all time. It's been one emotional gut punch after another, and it's all I've been thinking about. Honestly, that's how I felt about it. I was talking to someone about this the other day, but there was a big stretch of this game where, like, every night I would go to bed and, like, get into bed with my lovely wife, Jane, and then go, so Jane, I got to tell you about everything that happened in the game today. I have to verbalize everything that happened and my new theories and where I'm at and what I think's happening and what happened. It really did consume me for a little bit in the best kind of way. I passed with flying colours, thank you very much. Well, I did study very hard, so it's not like the tree did much. Even a little bit helps. You should ask the tree for a favour too. It's a big day tomorrow. Yeah, what are you going to do after all this is over? After we beat the king? Oh, Sif, so confident. So cool. I like it. I think I'll just return home to Givente. Don't have anything else planned. Wonder how Givente's doing. When we left, it was still standing, moving, but I think the king's curse may have caught up to it. So then, will you take your job back? Nah, being a defender's kind of lost its shine. Always admired the defenders, you know. All about protecting your neighbourhood, your city. Helping them out with whatever they need, be it getting a cat from a tree or helping an old man with his bags. When Mira came to Givente asking for help after Dormone's house had fallen, I was ready to help, for all of Givente's defenders to help, and you know what they said? Nah, I could tell they said that because they were scared. Worst defenders see is like a robbery, maybe. So suddenly helping to save Vanguard was too much for them. Not helping because you're scared, I just couldn't accept that. That's not brave. So I'll quit and I won't go back. I'll do something else. Maybe it's time for me to do something new. I've got a secret. Also, I respect that this man's backstory is... I wanted to be a cop, and then I realised that cops don't really actually help. In actual dangerous situations, cops will go, I don't have an obligation to help. And Isabeau looked at that and went, yeah, kind of realised I shouldn't be a cop, huh? Or I've got a secret. I've always wanted to be a clothing designer. Maybe I could just take an apprenticeship somewhere. You never knew. That sounds great, Issa. Yeah, I knew you'd approve. What about you, Sif? What do you do when we meet the king? About a comedy club? Like, really? Are you serious? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, finally more people who hear your puns. Yeah. Isabeau realised that the cops are fucking cowards. You want to be a hero, being a cop isn't how you do that. Cool. I think the last thing to do is to go to the favour tree. F the Bard, no worries. Yeah, Twitch is generally easier for stream chat, but the YouTube is one additional place people have the option to watch, and sometimes that's helpful to have available. The favour tree looms above you. You slowly walk closer to the trunk of the tree where you can see some leaves you can grab. You need a leaf to ask the favour tree for something after all. You look around for a leaf you like and think. Asking for a favour from a higher power like a big tree sounds pretty close to a wish, you think. A wish. A wish. The favour tree seems to be popular among people in Valgard lately. You think that if people came to make a wish, they'd probably wish for Valgard to be saved. You don't really need to add another wish like that to the pile. The trees are probably already on it. But you'd feel bad wishing for something big and taking away from everyone's wish to save Valgard. Something small, then. Something simple. Something nice. Okay, you have a few ideas. You can only choose one. You wish to visit more places with Mirabelle, wear clothes Isabeau has made, to go with Odal to see her country, to be here when Bonnie reunites with their sister. To wear clothes Isabeau has made, I think. You didn't expect to have so much fun travelling with Isabeau. You often joke together, but you never really talk about real important things. Cyborg Girl, yeah, Isabeau and the clothing one, I think is the only I think it's the only correct choice. I will judge people who make any other choice. You're really glad he told you about his dream to become a clothing designer. It suits him. To talk to him and watch him as he crafts clothes for you to wear. Seeing his smile as you wear something he created himself. It would make you happy. You want to stay with them. A wish in mind, you look at the leaf you've chosen and wish. You breathe your wish into the leaf, repeat it 3 times, and fold the leaf closed, keeping your wish safe. Now, I really like these little, like, world-building things about, like, the rituals that come with a fantasy setting. Like, these are the little things we do. You gotta say your wish 3 times and fold it into the leaf, and that keeps it safe. Like, these little world-building touches are the kinds of things that I think make this world feel really well realized as we go through it. Gently, you let the leaf go and walk back to town. You have a sleepover to go to after all. Now, there is a whole town full of NPCs to interact with. I'm not going to interact with them at this moment. We'll interact with them in a bit. F the Bard says, the world building in this game is incredible, both as an element on its own and as part of the game's thematic storytelling. Couldn't agree more. Right, let's go. I'm going to go straight to the sleepover. I think right now that is the most interesting thing we can be doing. Okay, we're gonna head to the clock tower. Gonna hop over the little bridge. And the little shading change to show you that it's getting later in the day. Zephyrin, you're here. We're waiting for you. Let's go inside. I'm so hungry. You're pretty hungry yourself. Brought back a bunch of food. Let's go, let's go. Oh, this cough needs to bugger off already. You, Bonbon. That was delicious. You keep getting better at cooking, Boniface. Those samosas were delicious. Really? It wasn't bad? You liked it? I mean, of course it was delicious. I'm a master cooker, you know. Chef. I'm the chef cooker. That was the perfect meal, Bonnie. We'll all sleep well tonight and be full of energy tomorrow. It's almost too much, to be honest. I don't think I can move. Was it too much? You could have eaten more. Or Sif, are you still hungry? Sif, Fryn, you ate a lot, huh? You like my cooking a lot, huh? Here, have some more food since you're so hungry and like my cooking so much. Oh, Bonnie's is the voice that's wrecking me, apparently. Bonnie gives you 1 carrot slice. How can you still eat? Oh! I've only just realised she's never... Sorry, 1 sec. Yeah, I've only just realised. Bonnie, they've never offered me the carrot slice before in this game, I don't think. And I think it's because usually I go to the bakery in town and eat a pain au chocolat before I come here. And I think that's why they usually I'm full and they don't offer me the carrot slice. But they offered me the carrot slice, or the carrot cake slice, because I didn't eat the pain au chocolat today. Ah! There's so many little interactions like this that I'm only just only noticing now. How can you still eat? How can such a small body eat that much? I'm a growing kid. A growing kid that drinks alcohol? You're older than most of the people here. You wink, cutely. Everyone, can I say something? What's up, Mira? We've all been travelling together for a while now. It hasn't always been easy, but meeting you all, travelling through Valgard to get the orbs needed to open the house's gate again. There's no way I could have done this alone. I want to say thank you for coming with me this far. Tomorrow we'll go and fight the king. Someone who's thrown Valgard into stillness and silence. Someone who has frozen over, almost all of Valgard in time. I'll do my best to make sure this doesn't happen to any of you, but if you don't want to come, if you want to go home, I would... kind of late for that, Mirabelle, isn't it? I know. And by that, Madame Odal means we're with you. Of course I do. We've come this far after all. Do you really think we'd leave you behind? Let you go alone? We'll follow you, Belle. We'll help. Don't worry. We'll stay with you, Mira. You'd never let her go alone, after all. Oh. Oh, thank you. Isabeau and Bonnie hug Mirabelle tightly, while you and Odal stand a bit apart, like always. This is when the audience at a theatre would say, "Aww." Let's go to bed. We've got a big day tomorrow. Indeed. Then, good night, everyone. F the Bard says, the House of Change... The House of Change religion is one of my new favourite fictional religions, before we even consider its contrast with the curse the party is fighting to undo. Yes. I want to wait until we get, like, the first in-universe conversation around it, which I think, like, is really early on in the dungeon, but... The change religion is so interesting, and I talk about this on Podquisition. Like, I love the ways that the change religion is baked into, like, it's used to build other aspects of the world building. In particular, it's used a couple of times in interesting ways to talk about, like, queer and trans status in this world through the lens of this world's dominant religion, and how this world's dominant religion supports queer and trans identity and explicitly kind of lifts it up at a base religious level, which is really interesting. The House of Change explicitly says trans rights. It doesn't need to, because it's not a big deal for the House of Change. But yeah. Oh no. Don't worry. I'm playing this because I want to rave about it, and this is my excuse to do so. Don't worry. I'm trying not to jump ahead too much because I'm trying not to spoil people who don't know anything of what's coming, so that we can have some of these conversations at a natural time. But I get it. I understand the desire to talk about the thing. Good night. Here we go. Sif. Hey, Sif. Sifrin. Sifaruni. Isabeau is whispering your name. Turn around and listen. It's when I saw this character portrait, I was like, oh, he's so smitten. You can see it in his eyes. You can see that he's swooning. Sorry to wake you up. Let me put that there in the chat. Or sorry to wake you up. I just have to tell you something, if that's okay. He dares interrupt your beauty sleep. He knows you value your sleep, so this must be important. You nod. Okay, okay. Then I shall tell you the thing. The thing I woke you up to tell you. Okay, so, the thing I have to tell you is that I don't have anything to tell you right now, but I will when we beat the king tomorrow. Okay. That's so ominous, Issa. It's not meant to be. I just don't want to tell you right now. It might distract you. And we wouldn't want that, right? Squidder's Time said, if I had to deal with this interaction in a time loop, I would actually go insane. Yeah, funny you say that. Funny you say that. Go on, I'll tell you when we beat the king. Okay? What could he want to tell you? I think it's pretty fucking obvious what he wants to tell you. No one wakes you up in the middle of the night looking at you like that, and then gets too nervous to tell you a thing, unless it's I want to do smooches on you. Like, I think Squidder's time. This game is not unaware of how infuriating it would be to have this specific interaction a lot of times. It seems super important to him, so the only thing you can say is, okay. Oh, look at his stupid little face light up. Like a fucking Labrador. Oh, F the Bard, 100% I believe Siffrin is autistic. There is a lot of autistic coding on Siffrin that is interesting as it develops. Okay. Some people are trying to sleep. Yeah, Isabeau. Some people are trying to sleep. Close your mouth and sleep. Oh, you close your mouth, house maiden. You're going to wake up Madame Odile. I'm already up. And if the noise continues, I will stand up. You do not want to know what will happen if I stand up. Sorry. Sorry, madame. Sorry. Look at that little Lulu face. Nice, Sif. You feel safe surrounded by all your friends. You fall asleep. Ah. Time to go to the dungeon and definitely save the world. Doesn't even look like that big a dungeon. We'll be done in no time. The house's gate. You look up at it. House's gate, huh? It's bigger than I thought. So scary. It really is locked shut. I can see space for us to put the orbs. This whole adventure, this whole journey, after all this time, I can finally open it. I have my orb right here. Let's go for it then. Time to put our medallions from the various Zelda dungeons into the big door. We beat the fire temple, the water temple, the forest temple, the desert temple. Combat. Oh, up ahead, that's a sadness. Sadness, huh? This house must be crawling with them. Okay, everyone, let's, Don't get overwhelmed now. Come on, we've seen tons of those things already. Don't worry, Belle. We can take care of them, no problem. Okay, but... Mirabelle seems overwhelmed. Maybe talking would make her feel better? Something to distract her. Something like, oh my, should we go over strategy again? F the Bard says, one thing I love is that you can genuinely imagine a more conventional full JRPG starring this cast and it'd be really good, but this is infinitely more interesting. Yeah, I would totally... I would... This is an RPG adventuring party that if they had just been set on like a very traditional JRPG adventure, I'd have had a charming time. I don't think it would have been as recommendable, for better and worse. I don't think it would have been as notable as this, but this is a party that would have been able to carry a traditional RPG really well. Squidder's Time says, I was dubious of the game's writing, just like combined with this very cute queer webcomic aesthetic, but like, I'll definitely be giving it a shot now. Right? Like, it doesn't take long with this game to start going, this writing is quite genuinely charming. And I think the writing keeps a very consistent pace as it tweaks and tweaks in interesting ways. Don't tease me, Siffrin. But, yes, I would like that. Squidder's Time, this definitely has bite. Don't worry. It's gradual in its journey there, but it definitely has some fucking bite. So to start with, Siffrin should... We're about to enter some battle. I am a scissors type, weak to rock. yeah, the RPG combat system is rock, paper, scissors. I'm fast, I can make everyone faster. Mirabelle, scissors and paper type, weak to rock, heals and boost friends' attack. This is your healer and support class. Isabeau, rock type, weak to paper, hits hard, boost friends' defense. Odile, paper type, weak to scissors, can use craft spells of any type, very versatile. Slow can make enemies slower. Yes, F the Bard, I think if you're going to be a time loop narrative, and particularly a time loop narrative that, as I acknowledge, has a bit of a repetitive spell in the middle, for better and for worse, it needs to live, like, it lives and dies on the quality of the characters and how much you're emotionally invested in them. And I don't think this game would work nearly as well if it didn't do as good of a job in its early hours of really getting you to love these people. Yes, F the Bard, it does indeed dispense with the pretense of not being rock, paper, scissors. It's very open, it's just rock, paper, scissors. Bonnie helps out randomly in battle, but most importantly, snack duty. I hate this. Sorry, Bonbon. Sadness in here too powerful for your tiny little arms. You know, out sometimes as long as you make sure to keep your distance. But we know that's boring, so that's why we also made you in charge of snacks. It's a super duper very important job, you know. The super duper importantest. Don't patronise the kid. Yeah, don't patronise me. All good? All good. Cool, monster time. Let's hop into battle. So, yeah, I might skim through a little of this, but... okay. No, don't worry, you focus on healing. Big guy over there can hit things, and you, Siffrin, keep the puns and one-liners to a minimum, please. The soundtrack in this is really... There's some really good bits of the soundtrack in this. We should examine the sadness first to know what we're up against, so, yes, please slow down, everyone. Let me attack first for once. When it's my turn, I'll examine the enemy using a craft skill. You don't strictly need to use the examine skill because, hey, you look at that enemy, look at their hand. That looks like scissors from rock, paper, scissors. Maybe they're a scissors type. Like, generally speaking, that is how I dealt with combat rather than actually using the examine mechanic. But you can use it. And some enemies it's useful for. Remnants of the people that were defeated by the king. Their grief and sadness is all that remains. They cannot tell friend from foe anymore. Defeating them is all we can do. Every sadness has a different resistance and weakness. Maybe there's a way to figure it out from their appearance. You need to do certain hand signs when we do craft skills, so maybe we look at their hands. Very well done, Bonyface. So this sadness must be... Siffrin? What do you think? Yeah, it's... Oh, I clicked the wrong button. Fuck. I don't think I've ever clicked the wrong button in the tutorial. Oh, Sif, even I know that's wrong. Try again, Siffrin. Okay, that was actually pretty good. Yeah, it's doing a scissors sign. So if the enemy is scissors type, what's the best attacks we can use against it? Okay, this time I correctly click on rock. Rock beats scissors. Bonnie is very excited. Even after examining this enemy, it's still my turn. And Bonnie can... Odile can use all 3 craft types. I'm still paper type, so hopefully I don't get attacked by it. But, yeah, so you have abilities for all 3 types, so you can do a rock attack. Nice and basic. I'm going to preserve some voice by doing a little bit of skimming some of this. What's that symbol that appeared in the right after we attacked? Don't even worry about it right now. Yeah, don't worry. We'll have a tutorial for that in a minute. For what that icon means. Okay. It's our turn to attack whenever the attack gauge is filled. It fills up automatically when no one's doing anything. Let's defeat this sadness now. So, active time battle system, when a meter fills up, you do the thing. I'm going to do turn it up and hand my turn over to Isabeau, who has a bunch of rock type attacks, and make the attack stronger because I handed away my turn. So we jump straight to Isabeau, who's going to do a very strong rock attack. Mirabelle doesn't have a rock type attack, so I'm just going to boost everyone's attack, and then we can just do like a normal type attack to probably finish off the enemy. F the Bard says, this game does ATB how I always wanted it to be done, where it really leans into abilities that are just ATB speed. Yes, I think any game that has an ATB system should really lean into ATB speed. And you know what? Weirdly, Pokemon Legends Arceus and the Agile and Strong styles for moves was basically this. It was basically an ATB system where you could manipulate your placement in the ATB. And I thought that was, that's fundamentally what that was, and I love that as a thing to play around with, mechanically. Let's just do a regular attack. I think that's probably going to be enough. Yeah. Yahoo! We did it! That was easy. Yeah, we can skim some of the tutorial text a little. You breathe in and out. 100 experience received. We did it! Sea Mirror. It wasn't that, or Sea Mirror, it wasn't that bad. Go do the house will be a piece of cake. You smile and take the lead. Oh, more sadnesses. We'll have to fight them if we want to proceed, or we could just run and make sure they don't touch us. We keep talking about strategies for a bit, maybe? Sure, yeah. So, if we touch them, we do a combat. This one is doing rock hands. I'm not going to click the wrong option this time. Yeah, asking me again what type it is. It's a rock type. Yeah. Correct. Everyone is saying you did it, Sif, as if I did a huge achievement. Rock type. You do know this, Siffrin. It's weak to paper. I almost clicked weak to scissors because I was talking and not thinking. Siffrin, you're so talented. You know so many things. Congrats, Siffrin. Alright, we went over attacks and types. Let's talk about craft skills. Compared to normal attacks, craft skills are more powerful, or may allow us to heal or buff ourselves. Enemies won't be shy about using craft skills, so we shouldn't either. Using one craft skill means it will go into cooldown. After using one, we won't be able to use it to execute the same skill for a few turns. It's usually fine, but it might be dangerous with my healing skills. But I'll try to make sure I use my healing skills carefully so I don't run out at a dangerous moment. Even if that happens, there's items that recharge our cooldown skills, and there might even be skills and equipment out there to help us. In the meantime, let's attack, shall we? So, here's my favorite thing about, how this handles its cooldown system. I really like that we have a certain number of turns cooldown, rather than an MP system, or, magic points. Obviously, stronger attacks, or more important attacks, take longer to recharge, but there's a way you can kind of get a thing to recharge quicker, which I will try and find a good way to demonstrate. So, what do I have that needs? Okay, so this attack needs a 3-turn cooldown, so it's not going to actually be very effective. But if I wanted to speed up, getting Siffrin to have that cooldown go through faster. Okay, I can't do it now. But what I could do is get someone to pass their turn to Siffrin before it would usually be Siffrin's turn, which means that Siffrin's cooldown counter goes down in real time quicker than it would have done before. You can basically, I give up my turn to get to your turn and get your cooldown dealt with a little quicker. And that's a really nice little mechanic to have access to. If I was desperate to use that attack again, I could use your turn to throw the turn to Siffrin, bringing the cooldown down again to, just speed up getting that ability back a little bit. Which is really useful for if you're I just need, a little bit quicker to get to my heal. But instead, I'm going to hand the turn to Siffrin, but does Siffrin actually have a paper attack at this moment? No, Siffrin's just going to speed up the time to speed up everyone's ATB abilities. You've got abilities for everything, so you can use paper. And I like as well that all of your cooldowns completely sort themselves between battles. So you are encouraged to finish a battle by using your cool ability, because next battle it'll already be ready to go again. Oh really, what were those symbols that appeared when you did a rock, paper, or scissors attack? Yeah, that's our final tutorial. We're going to go do that in a minute. We breathe in, we breathe out. 100 experience. Right, let's get the other one. Here we go. Here we go. Alright, what's this one's type? Let's see, do you know this? Isabeau? Oh, me, it's paper type, madame, and so that means it's weak to scissors. Sif type. Sif's type. And Mirabelle's? Oh, Mirabelle's, of course. I have scissor skills at my disposal as well. Yeah, madame, I knew that. Since it's weak to scissors, I think you should use scissors a bunch. Great idea, Boniface. I wonder what will happen if we use the same type of craft or craft skill multiple times in a row. We're gonna set up a fucking combo is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna do, I'm gonna do a bunch of scissors attacks. Let's get a regular in. Maybe we use your jolly round rondo. Isabeau doesn't have any scissors types attacks. How about I give my turn away to someone who does, which would be anyone but him. Yep. Help everyone, I'm being bullied by a preteen, please advise. Great idea, Isabeau. Make sure we keep using the same type one after another. Yeah, which is another thing that being able to hand your turn, a couple of characters being able to hand their turns over to other characters is really useful for. Because now we can go back to Siffrin, get a third scissors in a row. Okay, so next, let's, Madame Odile. The sadness is about to attack Odile. Isabeau got in front of her. Oh, yep, 0. Oops. Isabeau. Owie. I'll see you all in a minute. Isabeau is KO. You okay? Oh yeah, I'm fine. Don't you need someone to be KO'd for your tutorial anyway? Very true. Let's keep this tutorial going then. Thank you for playing along. Well, yeah, I'll stay right here. Stop talking, you're KO, and KO'd people can't talk, dummy. Okay. So, when someone's HP goes to 0, they're out cold, won't be able to fight anymore. There's multiple ways to wake them up, like using like Phoenix Down or a skill or something, or like a magic ability or something. But how about we make this interesting with... If we do a combo and have 5 of the same symbol, we can do a jackpot skill. Yes. Yeah, if you do the same type of attack 5 times in a row, you do a big attack of that type, plus full heal every party member, and revive any KO'd party members back to full health. It is a full party heal, and it's really nice because it encourages you to play aggressively rather than relying on the healer, because the healer can only heal once every like 3 turns, but if you play aggressively enough, you can be getting full party heals rather than just an individual one character heal once every 3 turns. Rock, paper, and scissors account for the jackpot, so like other skills are fine. Yeah, we're gonna do a combo. We're gonna do some scissors. Nearly done with the tutorial. There we go. We do one more scissors. I want to help too. Yeah, sometimes Bonnie will just run in and smack the enemy with a frying pan, which does not break the combo, thankfully. Yeah, now here we go. We all get to do a big scissors attack, and everyone gets fully healed. Oh, sorry, the knocked out party member comes back with like a percentage of their health, but it's a big heal. It's a full heal if they're all standing, a pretty decent heal if they're knocked out. Yeah, you're no longer unconscious. Yeah, it's a pretty effective heal. Combos are really the secret to this game's combat system. If you really, really hammer in on doing those combos, it's very helpful. Oh, what would happen if you won without doing that jackpot skill? Would you just have left me there? No, of course not. We have some items. We would have revived you. Oh yes, we'll always revive anyone who's KO'd after a battle. Can't make unconscious people run around, can we? Are you really this upset that we left you alone for 2 minutes? No, not really. I'm just doing my part. Plus, the floor was nice and refreshing. That's sad. It is, but you're not supposed to say it out loud, Boniface. Aye. That's the end of this little refresher. All good, Mirabelle? Yeah, there we go. We've tutorialed. Yeah, nice simple combat system, but I do think it works really well. You breathe in and out, 100 experience. Sorry if you're not paying attention, Isabeau. Oh, don't worry, I'm all good. Anything for the tutorial. Now, here we are, properly into the dungeon. Storage room, let's look around. Yeah, so we're gonna try and find some items and stuff, which will be helpful. Let's get some tonics, which Bonnie will handle. Someone took the bottles from you. Delay said I'm on spices duty. Still, that's a lot of spices you found there. Oh, I know this one. Pepper raises your attack, ginger raises your defense, and thyme makes you faster. Because spicy stuff makes people angry, ginger makes you not sick, and thyme... How did you know why thyme makes you faster? Oh, me neither. I think I can guess why thyme makes you faster. Time, speed. And then crafted water. This is your Phoenix down. Illy said I'm also on water duty. Oh, this is crafted water. If someone gets knocked out during battle, just a drop of it's enough to wake them right up. Someone from school told me it was just coconut water. Wait, is it? You open the closet. It's full of boxes and papers and a pendant shaped like a bell. You got a bell pendant. Well, that closet was useless. But pretty pendant, though. Can the pendant heal me when I'm hurt? Maybe it can. You don't know. You look at the pendant closely. It's just a pendant shaped like a bell, but you like it, so you put it in your souvenirs pocket. Sometimes you find things hidden around a room. Small glass containers, super sour tonic. I always wondered why they're more powerful than regular sour tonics when they're the same size. They're just that concentrated. I tried drinking a full super sour tonic once. And, what happened? Couldn't taste anything for weeks. Some small glass containers, sour tonic. Yeah, we hand it straight over to Fryn. Fryn's like, you learn fast. Be careful with those items, Boniface. Guard them well. Be careful to throw them at us if needed. Do you not trust Sif to keep these items safe? Oh, the person who a few weeks ago mixed up all the items we had to make a so-called super potion. That sounds amazing, Sif. I would drink the super potion. No, I don't trust Sifrin with items. You cutely bat your eyes. The tonics are good to keep your HP up so you don't get knocked out in battle. Oh, hey, Fee, how are you? Love you. Phoenix in the chat says, every time you say Phoenix down, I feel like you're kicking me off the couch. Phoenix down. No, it's the feather from Final Fantasy. They're very sour. The sourness makes you more awake and ready for anything. So yeah, I think we're about to get our first chance to have a good conversation about the change religion, which I've been excited for us to get to. There's something sparkling there. What's the sparkling thing? Ooh, it's a key. Could it be the key to open the door? Probably, right? You pick it up. You found the circle key. The keychain dangling from it is shaped like a circle, inside a circle, inside a circle. Does it mean something? What's up with the circle? The design on the keychain, you mean? It's one of the symbols of the House of Change belief. It's to show people that we're all part of something bigger. The first circle is inside the bigger circle, which is also inside a bigger circle. Also part of a House Maiden's uniform. Like Belle's brooch. Yes, that's how I decided to wear it. You can wear it however you want. Fee says, I'm crafting, therefore holding scissors, which is a fun alternative intonation of Phoenix down. Oh, am I telling you to put down the scissors? Am I not trusting you to have a blade? Oh, you could not wear it at all. breaking traditions is also part of the change belief. I like that this religion's core belief is about change, and therefore, if you don't like a tradition of the religion and you choose to change and follow the religion differently, they're like, yep, the religion's about change, and that includes ignoring the traditions our religion has established. The teardrops on your brooch. Pretty. Goes ding ding when I walk. Don't you love it when things go ding ding when you walk? Oh, sure do. Let it go. It's fine. Put the key in your pocket. Yeah, the change religion, I love every little bit of detail we get about this. Cool, we pop the key in the keyhole, open the door, take a step open, then suddenly, oh, it's a save point. Echo in the Twitch chat says, Phoenix, what have you got there? A scissors! No! Did everyone see that light? Nope, none of the characters saw the light. I'm going to look at the light. No one else sees it. But if I reach out, I touch the light, and everyone gets healed, and I can save my progress at this little star. Oh no, Fee, you can use the scissors. I'm sorry that you put down this that you put down the scissors. That seems useful. You smile and turn back to everyone. What was that about? Seemed a good omen. Oh yeah. Oh, that's great news. What was that? Oh, don't know, don't care. Please, let's please get going. And here is where this game gets really interesting. Wait! What? What is it? Sorry for screaming, sorry. I don't know if this is relevant, but I recognize this corridor. Oh. I recognize it. The head housemaiden of the house used to warn us about it. I think she called it the Death Corridor. Oh, that sounds bad. So, the house is supposed to be a safe building, but with the king here, some traps might be activated. Is this what you mean? Traps? Traps? A job for me, then? It is your job. Oh, protect us, Trapmaster. Not the first time you've had to reassure Mirabelle. Time to look around. This is a pillar. Nothing here. Broken pillar. You look around trying to find something. No luck. Nope. There is something. Oh, a whole load of nothing. Nothing there. Another broken pillar. Nothing there. Looks fine. Seems fine. You can't find any switches or traps, so, So, are we safe? We're not safe, are we? This is the Death Corridor. The old housemaidens kept saying people died here. So there must be a trap. Something weight sensitive or something. Or maybe it's time sensitive if we spend too long here. Oh, come on now. There's nothing weird in here. But there must be. Oh, Mira. Elle, don't worry about it. Brandon isn't good at many things, but they know stuff about traps. Oh, right. If we can't trust the one who's supposed to lead us this early, it just won't bode well for later. But, we're not dead yet, are we? Oh, that's true. We have been in this room for a while, and Siffrin has been walking everywhere. So if it was weight sensitive, something would have killed him by now. Exactly. It's all fine. Oh, Yeah, okay. I'll believe you. Sorry for worrying. I'm a little on edge. Oh, it's good, Mira. See? Everything's fine. As you live through the novel experience of having your body crushed by a giant rock, you feel a tug on your stomach. And you died. Start again. Loop 1. And here we go. This is where this game gets interesting. Bryn! Siffrin! Good morning. Well, more like good nap. That's just like you. Only you could sleep peacefully at a time like this. I guess that's smart. We better get some rest while we can. We have to be ready for tomorrow so we can finally face the king. Huh? You're still half asleep, aren't you? You just look at her. Okay, then. You can sleep for a little longer, but not too long. Come to the village when you're ready, okay? Huh? Huh? Hold on. Did you just die? You did. You did. You think? You must have. You were in the house, and then a big rock fell, and now you're in the meadow, back in Dormont. And what Mirabelle just said to you, waking you up, that was very, very familiar. But, oh, the trap, you idiot. You stupid fool. It's your job to take care of traps. You got taken out immediately. You didn't even see a glimpse of the king. And it's your job, stupid. Your job to see ahead and take care of traps. You didn't even do your job, and now you're dead because you did a sloppy, awful, terrible job. And you died. You died. You felt your body being crushed, and now you're laying on the grass, alive, and your skin itches, and your stomach hurts, and you died. You put your hands over your mouth and scream. Stars! You're so stupid and useless and dumb. Ugh. I think that's a reasonably fair response to dying. Okay, you're over it now. You take a deep breath in and out. You put your shaking hands behind your back, pressing them hard between you and the grass. Okay, you died. You died. That's one thing. And now you're alive and not a crepe. And that's another thing. It's apparently the day before, back when Mirabelle woke you up from your nap. That's the third thing. You went back in time? Okay, that's normal. Totally normal. Totally 100% completely normal. Oh, well. Messages coming, just checking they're not important. That's fine. Oh well, at least you were in the lead, as always. Judging by where you were when you died, you were probably the only one who got hit. The only one that... In a way, you're really glad you're forced to take the lead every time you and everyone else go somewhere dangerous. But... you're back. Back to the day before you went to the house. Huh. And why? And can you make sure not to die this time? Back to work, Siffrin. You have a country to save. You got a memory of looping. You'll always remember this. Memories are a type of item you can equip. They're specific to a specific character, can give them special abilities. This one can only be equipped by Siffrin. It gives you 5 extra max HP per loop that you've done, which is pretty cool. So we're going to equip that. What is that voice you've been hearing this whole time? That's a good question. Right, so we're going to go equip Siffrin. We're going to equip Memory of Looping. Aha, there we go. It all begins. I ended up doing, some of them were very short, but I ended up doing like 100 loops finishing this game. So, there's a long road ahead. Probably not so long on a repeat, but... Zephyrin, you're up! Oh, you don't know how to act right now. You've seen this once before, so you should maybe act the same? Figure something out? Figure something out, quick. Hey again, Mira! Oh, still half asleep, huh? How was your nap? Okay, take 2. Say something. Make normal words come out of your mouth. Smart and normal words. Go. Yes, correct. I was taking nap time. I know that. I was there. Oh, stars. Oh, wait. I had something I wanted to ask you. And now we see this little 2 arrows to the top right of the text box, which means I can hold down Y to just kind of zone out through conversations I've already had before and skip to choice points or where something new comes up. Suddenly you remember where this conversation is headed. This is the moment in the conversation where you made Mirabelle upset. Can you change it? Can you change fate? Only one way to find out. A sleepover? That sounds like an amazing idea, Mira. Yeah, I'm so glad you think so. Hooray, didn't upset her this time. I always remember things. She still gave me the note. Okay, that was slightly different from what you remembered, but still. So it seems you really are repeating the same day, with small differences. And Mirabelle doesn't seem to be aware of it. Are you the only one repeating today? What should you do? So, you should come to the Favor Tree when you have a second, Stardust. Oh, we're about to meet the other best character of this game. Oh. Okay, so I'm going to go to the Change God statue. Would the statue get mad if you asked for a blessing again? Would it? No. You believe strongly or whatever. I think super fast is honestly my favorite. You repeat the words under your breath. You looked back in time to before you made the blessing with the statue, so you can make a different one. You jump in place trying to notice if anything changed. You jump right on a pointy rock. Yeah. But our attack speed went up again. Once per loop, you can come here and get a little boost. It resets when you come back to Dormont, but you can keep activating it. So, let's go meet someone else. And you will notice there are some conversations you don't really get an opportunity to skim through, and I think that is a deliberate choice. I think there is some narrative implication to certain characters that Zephyrin... Look, I'm just going to say it. I don't think this is ever explicitly said in the narrative, but in my head, Zephyrin really likes Isabeau, and as such, you don't get the option to skim through the Isabeau conversations, because Zephyrin doesn't want to zone out for those, no matter the fact that these conversations have been done before. Yeah, you remember this. I'm gonna mash through this and not voice act it an additional time until something new happens that didn't happen in previous loops. Laughing uproariously, he raises his hand towards your shoulder, but stops and brings it to his side. Didn't he do this before? What a weird gesture. Anyway, the tree feels weird somehow, or maybe it's just me. Oh, maybe it's just me. Tree feels weird? Yeah, like it feels weird, but not mean. Like if a lion came towards you and offered you some candy, that'd be weird, right? That kind of weird. Sure. The tree feels weird. Maybe you should go take a look at it. Do we want to talk before they leave? No. Anything weird happen lately? Yeah, the tree. I told you, something feels off. I've other things to worry about, so who cares? Yeah, so we'll ask our party members, hey, anything fucking weird for you in this loop? The favor tree. Isabeau said the tree felt weird. And you heard someone telling you to come here, didn't you? What was that voice? You walked towards the tree. The tree is so big, everything under it is dark as night. But you feel like someone is here, sitting at the foot of the tree, looking at you. Ooh, I have the other marshmallow cider that I got for the Game Awards last night. I might crack it. I did a whole Game Awards last night. I think I can be justified in having a marshmallowy drink. Cautiously, with a hand on your dagger, you walk toward the base of the tree. Well, you found someone, all right. Hello, stranger? Oh, look at this fucking character design. Fucking love this design. Hello, stranger. A star? My, struck speechless at the sight of me, aren't you? You're so cute, Stardust. Stardust? Oh, Siffrin, look at you, all lost and confused. Wait, how do you know my... Why wouldn't I know? You're Sif. Siffrin. No middle names, no last name. Just Siffrin. I shouldn't wonder why you look like this. I shouldn't wonder why you look like this, though. It makes sense that you'd feel overwhelmed, considering this is your first loop and all. Uh-huh. How do you... Oh, of course I know, Stardust. I know about you, I know about your party, about the loops, about that funny silver coin you carry. Alright, that's it. Can you stop talking, please? Oh, Stars, no need to yell. Let's take a deep breath in and out, okay? Breathe with me, let's go. Let's go in. Your head hurts and your hands are shaking and your heart is beating like it's about to explode, so you probably should. Slowly, following the astral being, breathe in and out. You. All right. Who am I, right? Well, let's see. Let's go with... Loop. Your ally Loop, here to help you with the loops. Easy to remember, right? And for pronouns, you may address me with the royal we. Oh, that doesn't make any sense. Oh yes, that's true, isn't it? Then use they, them for me. I'm sure you'll think about me all the time, so you might as well know what pronouns to use. Oh, insert disc! Thank you for coming along. Insert disc, I believe, is the person who made this game, and this game is super interesting. We've had people popping in throughout the chat being like, I listened to Podquisition and now I've played this game. And I'm like, yeah, I'm getting people on board with this train. Right. Yes, better know this one's pronouns so you can think very clearly in your head that they're getting on your nerves. Your turn, you guess. I use... he, they, I know. It's in your profile. I can read, you know. It's in my what now? Anyway, Stardust, I'm here to help. Oh, I'm more than happy to word of mouth about this. I'm glad I've had an opportunity to go. I'm passionate about the thing. Let me tell you gotta check it out. Anyway, Stardust, I'm here to help. Ask whatever questions your little heart desires. Yeah, Rothronen. I don't know if it will end up being like... I don't like picking a singular game of the year. I tend to have like a collection of them in different genres, and like these are the games this year that were great. This is definitely in that messy soup of... Depends when you ask me what my favorite game this year was. It's definitely in that mix. I'm trying to think about Game of the Year stuff. It's like this is up there with like Hi-Fi Rush and Tears of the Kingdom in terms of stuff that I keep thinking about. Venba, Goodbye Volcano High. What was the music? The musical Stray Gods. This out of nowhere jumped up in that list. And I was like, okay, got to pay attention to it. Yep, full-blown headache now. Questions. You said I'm looping? Oh, getting right into it. I like it, Stardust. Are you sitting down? You better sit down. You're going to get a lot of info at once. You sit down. So, you're stuck in a time loop. Oh yes, Baldur's Gate 3. Okay, you know what? I'll say this. I think this has knocked Baldur's Gate 3 off of my top RPG of the year. I think this has knocked Baldur's Gate 3 off of my RPG of the year spot. I think I can say that. Fun, right? Which means that every time you die, you'll loop back and you'll get to try it all over again. No matter how horribly or stupidly you die, like, let's say, crushed by a giant rock, you will always come back. They saw that? Sorry, someone in... I think my wife Jane is, like, doing something in the kitchen or doing some craft building. I keep hearing, like, a knocking. I'm like, oh, someone trying to break into the office. Did you see... Oh, of course I saw Stardust. How can I help you if I don't know what you're doing? Also, you've probably noticed a lot of things got reset, right? Your party members are saying the same things, or the items you got while you were in the house disappeared. Yeah, you noticed your pockets got emptier. Because I didn't pick anything up yet, right? Oh, Stardust, you smart cookie, you got it. Oh, Rofen? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I had a proper ugly cry at the end of this game. The whole last segment of this game really just fucking cut to my core. Cyborg Girl says Baldur's Gate more like Boring Gate. Baldur's Gate, look, I think Baldur's Gate is fantastic with caveats. I think it is a game that is it feels like Disco Elysium in that it is like a technical masterpiece in terms of like scope of choice in an RPG, and there is some really engaging stuff in there, but I think that like that game, the thing I struggle with Baldur's Gate 3 is it throws a lot at you at once and like expects you to look, I'm familiar with Dungeons & Dragons. I have been for many years on a weekly actual play podcast. I know my Dungeons & Dragons. It's not too overwhelming in that sense. But because like this game sort of assumes a degree of familiarity with Dungeons & Dragons and like doesn't do the work to onboard you, and I think that is like a problem with Dungeons & Dragons that gets dealt with by having a good DM who helps onboard you. Baldur's Gate 3 doesn't really do that DM helping hand of getting you over that initial hurdle. And I think like look, I love Baldur's Gate 3, but I think that is like a permeating issue through that game. Is it assumes a certain degree of Dungeons & Dragons knowledge, but it assumes a lot of knowledge generally, like a lot of game assumption knowledge. It builds on a lot of assumptions and isn't great about like giving the structure that you would do with something that wasn't based on a tabletop RPG. I think that's how I would put it. I love it, but I there are things about it that I think are off-putting choices. Yeah. Cyborg Girl says, Disco Elysium had actual world building. I can't stand a world where everything is on D&D default. I mean, look, I think that's the other thing with Baldur's Gate, is I love Baldur's Gate 3, but as someone who's spent, like, the last, 7 years doing weekly tabletop in a group that does a lot of homebrew and changes settings a bunch, it's really jarring to go back to a plain vanilla D&D story and go, oh, all of that world building that me and my friends have been doing for years, none of that's real. It's weird to go from like a campaign where I previously played a vegan illithid chef, like, to being like, ah, yes, the evil squid people who are evil and are just evil and nothing else. And I'm like, yeah, but that's not what we made them. The oldie badger said, missed the end of the first loop, but been watching. I saw this come up on my discovery queue. Looked interesting, not super in my wheelhouse. Good to know it's doing well though. It's not going to be for everyone, but I am absolutely smitten with this game. Anyway, let's keep going and not just sit here complaining about, like, Baldur's Gate 3, fantastic game I have problems with. Insert disc, as someone who's made creative works, yeah, being like, I made you feel the thing, hell yeah. That made feelings happen. Cyborg Girl says, what if a race of people was just evil and dumb? This is a good fantasy game idea. Yeah, this is... Baldur's Gate 3 carries a lot of the baggage that the last couple of years Wizards of the Coast has been trying to shift, but also, like, players for years before that have been trying to shift. Of the, like, inherently evil alignments of species, which is, like, the things that come with the vanilla D&D. Anyway, continue. Rofan says there's currently a campaign for a plushie of the protag. Oh, of Siffrin. Oh, if there is a link to that campaign, let me know. I kind of want in. Anyway, we gotta keep playing. You'll have to pick those items up again if you want, but you probably should since you've got a long road ahead of you. Yeah, if anyone could drop the link in the chat, just because I'm midstream, but I will open it and have it in a tab. So do I have to pick up keys again too? Oh, there it is. I will have a look at that. Give me a sec. Swap these things around. Oh, heck. That sure is a sif. Oh, the hat comes off. Okay, that's very cute. That's very sweet. I'm popping that tab over there. Oh, there we go. Sorry, let me... I clicked on the wrong thing. Everything collapsed. That's fine. The stream's going. It's all good. Every time. Well, until you learn. Learn what? Anyway, this is a lot of information, but don't worry. You'll pick things up as you go along. Oh, but your weapons and equipment won't be reset, though. So that's good news. Here we go. Isn't it nice that you get to keep your cool, powerful equipment? Ooh, that sounds lovely, oldie badger. Especially since you, Stardust, will keep whatever experience you have, but the rest of your party won't. Compensate by having powerful weapons equipped. Yes, I really like this idea. I think this works really well. Your party members don't gain experience between loops because they forget the fights they've had. They don't remember fighting those enemies, so they are not more experienced. So you have this weird unequal leveling happening in the party. I can't think of any other RPG that uses a time loop to do this. To go, you are getting stronger, but the people who don't remember the loop aren't. I think it's so neat. Your friends won't grow and get experience like you. I guess it makes sense since they won't remember what enemies you face. Speaking of your party, you can tell them about the loops if you want. They might be able to help, and nothing is keeping you from telling them, so, why? Why would I tell them? Why wouldn't you? Don't you need help? You've just learned that you can start again as many times as you want and fix your mistakes. Why would you need help? You're the one in a position to help your friends here. I don't really need their help. Right, because you've got me. Not what you meant. Questions. What do I do now? Let's see. Have you tried not dying? I don't know, just an idea. Go back to the house and try again. Maybe die again. Guess we'll see. Remember, no death is wasted. Any advice? Oh, advice. Yes, I have advice. Don't eat pineapples. You're allergic. Fun fact. This advice is very clearly given, and I forgot it at a very important part in this game. I'm gonna be spoiler light here, but there is a point in this game where you are encouraged to do one entire journey through the dungeon without any loops happening. To just do one, like, very perfect loop through the castle later on. And at a similar time in the game, I was encouraged to try some different foods to get the answers to, because that was part of how I work out a puzzle, a little quest I needed to work out. And I brute forced my way through it before, but I was like, I should really be trying more of the foods. So I ate some pineapple on a whim and ruined my go through the entire dungeon without without looping, because I forgot this piece of advice. I forgot that I'm allergic to fucking pineapples. Insert disc. It's not only that I forgot you said not to eat pineapple, it's the timing. I was on the 3rd floor. I'd done all 3 floors with no looping, and then I ate the fucking pineapple. For the first time, I was like, oh yeah, I probably should have eaten some other things. I'll eat the fucking pineapple, why don't I? So yeah, if you play this game, don't eat the pineapple. It isn't... It's... You really are allergic to pineapple. Don't try it. Oh, you look so steamed. And this is the thing. This is the reason I wanted to replay this. And I don't know if I'm going to replay the whole thing on stream. I will replay it at some point, even if it's off stream. But the thing is, there is a lot about this game that, even at the end of it, I looked back and I was like, I feel like a lot of things were foreshadowed, put in plain sight just enough ago that I'm gonna forget them as a person with ADHD. Or, there's a lot of things that are, not all of them are quite this in your face, but there's a lot of things that are oh yeah, no, that was clearly said, and I just didn't register the importance of that. And I'm really excited to go through knowing where it goes and see that. Oh, you look so steamed. Okay, real advice. While you were talking to your party, didn't you see a weird symbol appear? Yeah, we already worked that out. We can fast forward. It might happen with some conversations you've heard before. If you see it, you can zone out by pressing the Y button. Makes you stop listening and makes conversations go faster. No point in staying aware for conversations you've already experienced, huh? Rofun? Yeah, having ADHD, I felt very at home with Siffrin and, they're not being great at remembering shit. F the Bard says, there's so much that you might figure out by inference. It's all set up and foreshadowed so well. Yeah, and even when I could infer things, I was often like, I can work that out. I can't work out how we get to that, but I got that. And then a thing would happen. I'd be like, the pieces come together. I see where I'm going. Let's try it with the next text boss. You know how it works. I'm talking now, so press Y whenever. I need to find out what happens if I just... don't press that, silly. Press Y. Let's try again. Okay, I was curious what would happen if I actually didn't press Y. You did it. It'll take some time to get used to, but it'll save you time for sure. You might miss what your party's saying, but who cares, right? If you make them mad, you can always loop back and they'll have forgotten all about it. If you want me to say it another way, if you see the icon during conversation, you can fast through it. You don't know how they did that, but their voice resonated through your head. You've heard that voice before, yesterday, well, in another version of today, really. So they were the voice you've been hearing giving you advice. See, I'm useful. I'm very useful. That's why I'm here. Helpful Loop. Why are you helping me? Because I think you should be helped. I won't always have the answers, but I think having someone on your side to talk to is better than dealing with this alone. Right? But I never asked for your help. Tough luck, Stardust. I'll still help you out. All right, that's all I have for you right now. But don't forget to come to me when you feel stuck, okay? I'll be here, right here under this tree. Don't forget. Bye. They wave at you excitedly. You awkwardly wave back as you go. Loop, huh? We're a little annoying, but if you do find yourself stuck at some point or need someone to talk to, they might be able to help. Okay, do any of our other party members remember anything strange? We should probably check in with them on that. Phoenix in the Twitch chat says, White Diamond is giving narcissist something fierce. I don't know if like full White Diamond, but I get the comparison. I get it. ELD Badger says, makes me wonder if there's a deeper connection between someone that's a star and someone they call Stardust. Also, no wrestling outfit 0 out of 10. I know. But yeah, I do like Stardust as a nickname, and it does feel significant. Anyway, Odile is here looking at what's in the shop. Ah, hey Odile. Anyway, how can I help you? Anything weird happened lately? Weird? Like what? I didn't see anything weird. Did you see anything weird? Too perceptive. No, nothing at all. Okay, I'll keep an eye out. I do hope you'll also let me know if you see something weird. Yeah, we can skim there. I will interact more with the town shortly. I don't know if I'm only doing the one stream of this, and if I'm only doing the one stream, I kind of want to show a bit more of the main progression path. And if we do more streams of this, I will probably do a bit more of it actually exploring the town on stream. Hi, Cyprian, do you need anything? Anything weird happened recently? She looks at the papers she's holding as if you just accused her papers of being weird. Nothing's weird. Definitely not my papers. Don't look at them. You bring your index finger up. No! You slowly move your fingers closer to the papers. No. Mirabelle is so worried at the idea of you seeing her papers that she froze. Your finger gets closer and pokes one of the papers. Poke. Stop poking my papers. You feel a little bad. You stop poking the papers. Apart from that, I haven't seen anything weird. Okay. And we will sprint over to see Bonnie and see if Bonnie has come across anything weird. Hey, anything weird for you? Weird? Just a second ago, I saw, like, the biggest bee. How big, though? Like this big. Bonnie makes a fist and points to it to show you that, yeah, that's how big it was. Wow, that's very big. Are you making a pun? Being? Oh, that's actually pretty good. Why didn't you come up with it? Bonnie sees your crestfallen face and snickers. Yeah. These are all very huggable, lovable party members, right? They're all just very. I don't have a word to put in there, so they're all very. Cyprian, you're here. We're waiting for you. Let's go inside. Alright, we're gonna skim. We're gonna skim. Stardust. As you're about to take another samosa to munch on, you hear Loop's voice and try not to jump. Oh, sorry. So, here again, huh? Don't worry, you'll get to zone out during this entire event if you want to. But there is something. You're about to zone through most conversations you've seen at least once, yes. Or you're able to. But some of them might be slightly different. Don't stress about it, don't worry. If it was really important, you'd stop zoning out immediately. Remember that just because you can zone out doesn't mean these events will be exactly the same. So to zone out and miss some small things, or to listen to it all again. What a dilemma. That's all. Bye, Stardust. You go back to your samosa. I'm going to sort of skim through. You didn't eat as much this time. Your stomach feels weird. You didn't like it? Oh no, I'm just not very hungry. You're always hungry. May have eaten some bread earlier. Siffrin! How could you do this to poor Boniface? Look at them. They're pouting so hard they're about to explode. Kaboom! I exploded. Siffrin was destroyed on impact. A beautiful explosion. Siffrin, you died because of your hubris. Then take a screenshot of that. How regrettable. Was it just me that died? Yes. You were the only casualty. That's fine then. Oh! I don't think I've seen this conversation before because, again, I think I had the pain au chocolat, so I didn't say I'd had the bread. I think we had a different conversation here. You still dramatically fall over for good measure. Oh no, how could this happen? We were the only casualty, only we died. Now, time to zone out through a very heartfelt, emotional conversation about how much Mirabelle values us all being here, and, oh, we won't let you go alone, don't worry about it. The thing I have to tell you, is, that I don't have anything to tell you right now, but I will when we beat the king tomorrow. Okay. So ominous. You're curious, but the only thing you can say is, okay. Yep. You think about how far you'll still have to go before beating the king. You fall asleep. Yeah, it's going to be a while before that condition is met. We got a whole dungeon to speedrun back to. Oh, can I just say, one of my favourite little touches about this game, and it's such a stupid, insignificant thing that is nothing to do with actually playing the game itself. When you open up the game, when you boot up the game on Switch, you have, like, some screens that, like, are, like, you know, developer logos and, like, here's some of the themes the game deals with, giving you a heads up. You can hold down the wide button to speed and skim through them and zone out through them like Siffrin can the conversations at the time loops. You can zone out and skim through the opening title crawl before the title screen by doing the button that works in the game for that. And it's such a stupid little thing. It's such an insignificant thing that I really like. Okay. Mirabelle's going to want to do the tutorial. Well, we've already done the tutorial. Last time she felt better after talking strategy. You could do that again, or you could, you know, save time. Let's just defeat it. Skip the tutorial. She'll be fine anyway, won't she? Okay. You'll be okay, Mira. Yeah, let's go, everyone. I felt so bad, that I skipped. The first time I skipped the tutorial, I felt so bad about it. Oh, F the Bard, thank you for coming along to stream. And I hope this gave you a place to be excited about the game that wasn't playing the game. Ntamo, I am aware of queer time, and I don't want to say too much because this game sure has a relationship to time that I don't want to talk about too much, like, generally. Right, so, what are we doing? We are... Oh, I need to pull a thing up quickly. There we go. Right, so we can start... Okay, speed up the time. Start getting some rock attacks going where we can. Or actually, just put Buffy Friend on. And then you can hopefully just do a really big smash and just one-hit this thing. Oh, no, that's okay. It's a very interesting question that because I'm only, like, I'm right at the beginning of the game, and there's people who might pick up the game because of this stream, I don't want to talk about, like, late game, big picture spoilers about this game's attitudes about time and how that might relate to your question. It's a hard question to easily answer here. Okay. You can throw, return to you, and you can do a rock attack, and probably didn't need to. I could have just done a regular attack, it would have been fine. You breathe in and out. Hooray, we've got some experience, and everyone's fine. Okay. Time to speedrun our progress back. We'll do a bit of combat, but, like, you know, only as much as is necessary. I do love these weird abstract little creature designs. Okay, so if I throw it to you, you can do a paper attack. Can I get a paper combo going? No, you don't have enough health. One thing I actually like about getting a couple of floors up in this is that enemies have enough health that I can be doing the combos to keep my party sort of healed naturally in combat. Yeah, and even if our party members don't remember their, like, don't keep their experience when we loop back to town, there is still a reason to level up the party members, and we'll get to that soon. We can soon talk about why it is actually important to level your party members, kind of. Knife to meet you. There we go. Breathe in and out. Let's go. Reaching out, you touched the light. Everyone was healed. Your friend's craft skills and experience have been recorded at this location. So at some point this gets explained. I don't know if it gets explained now, but I might just talk about this. What that means. So, if you save at a certain specific save point, and you were to restart your loop from that save point, and we'll talk at some point about how that would happen rather than you starting from the beginning of the loop, the game assumes the best possible previous loop was repeated to get to that point. So the way I sort of understand it is, let's say I was restarting my loop from here rather than back at the start of day one, it would assume that I fought all three of those monsters back there and got the party the experience that they got from there. If I were to go and, like, level grind until I got a new skill for a party member and then saved here and I started another loop from here, the game would basically assume you did the optimal loop up to this point of, like, the best that your party has ever been at this save point. You can restart from the save point with them at that point. So, like, you're not guaranteed to be losing party progress. It's basically, you are save stating the best state your party was in at this point if you want to, like, start from that point. Cyborg Girl says, see, this is what made me stop playing the game. Interesting. Do you want to elaborate? I'm interested to know. And while we do, I'm gonna grab some of these items. Yeah, of course we need those items, yeah. You got a memory of tonics. You'll always remember this. When memory of tonics is equipped, the tonic researcher, any tonics the researcher uses will recover more HP. That's an ability we have. Cyborg Girl says, baked in reason to spend more time replaying and grinding the part of the game I was least interested in. See, I didn't see it that way. The way I saw it was, if I do one, like, here's how I would put this, and I don't know if this makes you less annoyed by the game. I'm pretty convinced that if you never, like, deliberately grinded, and you at some point, when you have access, like, you have enough, like, you know where all the keys are to get up to the boss, you just did once through the dungeon, where you were like, I will fight the things I naturally come against, and do one, like, full lap of the dungeon, I'll save at the top floor, and that's my, like, state at the top floor, your party members will be strong enough to fight the final boss. Like, I don't think it's an excuse for grinding. I think I don't think it's requiring of you the thing that you feel like it's requiring of you. And it's totally valid. I can see that reading. I can see it come across that way. I don't think you need to grind. I very much felt like it was to prevent me having to grind. And again, Cyborg Girl, I don't know if Insert Disc is still in the chat. There is an ability that you can equip to Siffrin that makes enemies run away from you so you don't have to battle them. I will be the first to say I equipped that the first second I got it, and I kept it equipped basically to the end of the game. And I think it would very much, I think it would solve your problem largely. And I will say, I don't know how quickly you can mainline to that memory. But if it is, like, a thing, I can't remember where it's found. So, if it is a memory that you can just kind of just mainline for, that might be info that might help you with this game. If you can just deliberately follow some steps to go get that memory. Do you get experience from them running away, though? No, but I will say I really don't think experience... I will say this. I don't think grinding experience is super necessary in this. I think that you can act in this game in ways that in a different RPG would leave you underprepared and be fine. Because this game, because of the fact that you are looping through time, it gives you considerably more than enough opportunities to get to the point you need to get to, that I think you can let enemies run away from you, and it's super okay. I'm here, it's an absolutely valid reaction. I made the game annoying on purpose, but I completely understand if it makes people bounce from the game. This is the conversation I was having on Pogposition. I was like, I have a good tolerance for some of these choices, but it's why I've been talking about this game with the caveat of, there are certain things about it that I know are going to just not gel for people, and I'm doing my best to be like, if someone starts playing this and is enjoying it, and then goes, I'm hitting a roadblock, I'm like, I'm trying to learn enough to be able to be like, these are the things I can do to try and help smooth you through it. Yeah, you can definitely beat the king by having your party at like level 50, which, yeah, really isn't that high, because what level have we entered here at? We are currently, let me skim through. Yeah, level 45. Literally like 5 levels up from where you start. You are probably, honestly, that feels about right. You probably can beat the final boss not more than like 5 levels from now. But yes, I don't remember how you get the memory that makes enemies run away from you, but I think for Cyborg Girl, if you're going to, that might be the thing that makes it a little less annoying for you. Right. Chamo says, I'm sure you went over this in the podcast, but could you tell us which systems currently have this game? Off the top of my head, I know it's on Switch, I know it's on PC, I assume it's probably on Xbox and PlayStation. If I had to guess, I don't know that for certain. I've been playing it on Switch, I know it's on PC. Oh, Cyborg Girl, okay, that is entirely a fair reaction. As someone that's played a lot of RPGs, fighting the same enemy I've already fought, it just doesn't put me off that same way, but yeah. It is what it is. Anyway, let's grab these. Not Xbox, but PS4 and PS5. Cool, okay. I knew the thing I knew it was on. The memory Laura is talking about can be acquired at the very start of Act 3. Okay. Yeah. Cyborg Girl, that it's fair. I was saying this to Steph on Pokeposition the other day. I think the ending of this game benefits from being played too, but if you're at a point where you're like, I'm pissed off by this game, but I want to see how it ends, yeah. If you're at the point where you're going to put the game down, watch the ending. Like, that's better than not seeing the ending. As much as I think it's worth it, it's not worth it if you're not having a good time, etc. Apologies, I hope that didn't come across as me trying to pressure you to play more of it. It was trying to be helpful as best I could. First circle inside the bigger circle. There we go. Deirdre, oh yeah. I accidentally clicked on this one. I did not need to. Yes. It's inside your hand, Siffrin, and you're inside this room. Yeah, we're talking about the change religion and the circle within circle within circle. I apologize, I button mashed and didn't see the thing that Siffrin said. Which is inside the house, which is inside Dormont, which is inside Vanguard, inside this world, which is here. He points at the smallest circle on the keychain. It's to remind us that as much as we change, we're still a part of the world. We must almost do our part to make it a wonderful place. But the world isn't inside anything. No, silly, what would it be inside of? Exactly. What would the world even be inside of? What would it even be inside of? Insert the key in the keyhole. This time, we're gonna not die. Oh wait, that's the room you died in because you didn't check for traps. There must be a switch or something. You didn't feel it last time, but you can feel something. Something different in this room. This is a normal pillar, but, carefully you look at the pillar. Oh, stars. Hidden unless you're looking for it at the right angle. You can see a switch hidden between the rocks. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Oh, wait, Siffrin, I just remembered this room. It's... You press the switch. I love the explanation of this trap. There is an explanation of this trap somewhere, and I fucking love it. Ah, whoa. Okay, the rock fell, and not on your head. So you can change things, you can fix things, you can keep going. You're feeling a lot more confident about this killing a monarch business. You give a thumbs up. Trap taken care of. I suppose it is. That was scary. Oh, before you forget, you should ask. Any more death corridors, Mira? Death corridor? No, that's the only one, I promise. This one we had a trap which Siffrin just activated, but I don't think there's any other ones in the house. Oh, the little tongue blem. Right. Okay, let's remember where we're going. Okay, we need rock, so we're gonna go throw straight to Isabeau. Oh, I need to look at Siffrin's character portrait when attacking. I very much want to look at that. I need to look at something now I'm at the start of the game and see whether I was imagining something at the end of the game or not. Something that might have been very gradually happening and it was hard to focus on whether it was or not. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, it is kind of that way from the start. Interesting. Okay. go. Paper 3. Yeah, the way I tend to do the level grinding in this is the first time I do a floor, like, fight everything I encounter. Beyond that, like, I feel like I've done my once through the floor, it's probably fine. Okay, up we run. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Oh, this little trio. We've got group battles. I've never understood what the sadness got all mixed up means in this, because paper is still weak to scissors, for example. Like, I like, being totally honest, I don't know what the sadness got mixed up means or achieves in this fight. Yeah, that was my thought, is it's just changing their order on the screen, but I was like, is that meant to make it harder? I didn't know if that was serving a purpose, like, if I was meant to be following them swap around for a reason or anything. Oh, so it's not always scissors on the left side, always, or whatever. Okay, I see. I was overthinking it and convincing myself that, like, there's got to be more to it that I'm missing that I'm supposed to be doing. Just so you have to look and not button mash. I mean, yeah, I get it. Okay, I've got to remember to grab the things off the table. So we got some salty broth. Drinking one in battle will lower someone's craft cooldowns. Ooh. Nice. Vials, crafted water. Check the cupboards. It's a craft game for kids. Checkers. We're gonna kick our butts at checkers. The last time we played, Siffrin cheated the whole time and you didn't even notice. My obliviousness makes me a wonderful teammate. Figurine of the Change God, which has been destroyed. Cutlery and utensils. I'm asking Madam Aldi, is cutlery what you're studying? Cutleryology, that's it, right? Nope, not it. Your guesses are getting more and more eccentric. Who makes their research all about cutlery of all things? Some people, I'm sure. Not me. Oh, well, I'll figure it out one day. Oh, you will. Okay. Some books. One of them has a very striking cover of a Mwudu clay figurine with large sunken eyes and a screaming mouth. Spooky. Oh, Insert Disc, thank you for coming along. It's been lovely to have you about. No worries. I thank you for making a game that I have been kind of obsessed with. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Ooh, there's something over there. What is it? Oh yeah, some weird water. Heard about it from people in Dormont. They call those tears. If you touch one, you'll be frozen in time. That's what they told me. There were a few outside the village, too. Okay, we gotta be careful about touching those. You know that dying of natural causes will bring you back. But what about being frozen in time? Is it different? Would it stop you from looping back? Touch it? You only live once. Don't touch it. I'm not gonna touch the goop yet. Okay, he bumped into me and I touched the goop. A tear froze me in time. Where do I want to restart from? This is Dormont and the house. You can decide where to loop back to. We're gonna loop back to floor 1. To that save point. Being frozen in time felt like sleeping, so tears freeze you in time, and being frozen in time makes you loop. Seems like a pretty painless way to loop back whenever you please. Oh. I'm gonna... There is a method of looping back in this game that I never tried in my first playthrough, and I really want to see what happens with it. I'm going to hint at I'm going to talk vaguely about a thing, in not too many specifics. At some point, there is a realization in this game that you have a dagger in your inventory that you could use to reset the loop if you needed to. There's at least one character who really doesn't fucking like that idea, and I thought about doing it a couple of times and got talked out of doing it, and I'm very curious what using the dagger to restart the loop does. Okay, we'll get the tonics. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna skim these. We're gonna run. We got the key already. We're gonna come up here. Going to deactivate the thing. Sarah says this game seems interesting. I won't be playing it soon, but this game is definitely on my backlog. I hope people enjoy it. I've said this before. It's not going to be for everyone because there is a degree of deliberate repetition required by this game that is there for a purpose. It's serving a purpose, and I think the game is better for it, while also recognizing some people are just going to go, I don't like this game, and that is really valid, and only you will know how much of a tolerance you have for repetition with a purpose. Oh, I accidentally healed my full health character. Well, that's fine. We're gonna go back to there. Terra says, I love turn-based combat. I can handle repeated things more than most. Well, that's the thing. I was thinking about this. I was like, look, I've got the flavor of Tism that makes me love repetition anyway, and I love just JRPG combat while I'm doing something else, usually like have a podcast on while I'm doing level grinding. I eat that shit up, so I am... If anyone was going to be okay with the grinding pacing of this, I was in a good position to. That sure is a flavor of Tism that some of us have, indeed. Super Sparkle heal, there we go. Actually remembered this time to do a good heal. And you've got a knife attack that we can do. Breathe in and out. 400 experience. Huzzah. This time, we won't touch the tear. I mean, there is also the option that exists of just run from fights. Which I will sometimes just do is just escape, just run. Like, I'm not feeling that one. Okay. Don't let everyone look at the tier being all confused. We just walk straight past it. Aha, the door is locked tight. The lock keeping it closed has an interesting shape. Isabeau sees you looking. It's a special kind of lock. It needs a specific word to open. Say the words out loud. It's a open phrase. We don't know what the open phrase for the door is. What is this room? It might be a storage room. Maybe the shopkeeper in Dormont might know what the passphrase is, but it's too late now to find out what that open phrase is. If only at some point we end up being back in town and not having come to the castle yet, we could find out what that open phrase is, maybe. But how would such an occurrence even happen? How could that even happen? You could do another heal. Get the party member back up to full health. I do like that there's these little icons on the character portraits to remind you what buffs and debuffs you currently have affecting the party. There we go, 200 more experience. Got a door over here. Aha! A sadness? Or poor body lost its friends. This one feels weird. Oh, Boniface, it might look different, but if it's still a sadness like the ones we've seen before, still feels weird. I believe the pre-team when it comes to the sadness weirdness, madame. Okay, we gotta go fight the weird sadness. Are you weak to knife? Yes, good to know. You can do the heal, and then we're going to throw it right back to being your turn, so you can do your knife attack. And then you've got a scissors as well. We might actually get to do a combo on this enemy. You have enough health. Bonnie comes in and whacks the enemy. Daniel Aldridge says, hello, heard about this on the latest Podquisition. Is it still good? For me personally, I think it's my favourite RPG I've played this year. I think it knocks Baldur's Gate 3 off of that list. I say that while knowing this game will not be for everyone. I think it is a masterpiece, ... It is a game that forces repetition and wants to be a little irritating and a little longer than it should be and a little less rewarding than it should be during a middle portion to have a positive... Like, there is a reason it's doing it, and it pays it off well, but depends how much of a tolerance you have for repetition as to whether that is going to be worthwhile for what it is paying off. I love this game, but I know it will infuriate others, and I can simultaneously recognize both of those. Phoenix says, are you weak to knife? Somehow sounds like a far more scary question when asked in such a sweet, inquisitive tone. Look, I'm just asking if they're weak to knife. It's just for research. I'm not gonna do nothing with that knowledge. I'm just asking if they're weak to knife. There we go, we got our little combo going, so we can do a scissors attack. We get a nice little bonus, and everyone gets a bunch of experience. Huzzah. And we got a star crest, which has a teardrop engraving on it. Feels like the tier we passed earlier. Maybe it can help us clear the way. Yes, so we can use it to get past a tier somewhere, and we're going to do that to go... I've been down here already, so I know that this is where I'm going. I am definitely not looking around me, and I'm admiring the view instead, so tell me if I'm about to run into something dangerous. You keep Isabeau from running into the life-ending tiers. Oh, what? What is it? Is it the water? Should I not touch the weird floating water? The same weird water as before. Oh wait, I've heard about those. The villagers call them tears and they get you frozen in time. Oh right, they haven't talked about it before. In this loop, we haven't had this conversation. Oh, so I almost died. Maybe you should pay more attention, distracted one. I'm keeping my eyes open for all threats except the ones in front of me. We should be more careful. We wouldn't want to touch those. Also, I heard that being frozen makes you go to sleep and gives you a super good dream. Oh? 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 Oh. Did you hear this from the people in Dormont too? A nice lady told me that when she heard my sister got frozen. Oh. 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 I know it's not true. I'm not stupid. Just be nice if it was true. So, you should touch the weird frozen water and be frozen and let me know how it goes. Harsh. We might still need to go this way. We should look around and find if there's a way to make those disappear. Yeah, we're gonna put the crest on there, and we should be able to come down here. What if we use the crest? See if it does something. Yeah. If it doesn't work, you'll look stupid, but you can always loop back and not look stupid. Yeah. There we go. Opened up the pathway. We didn't look foolish. Ow. You hit your hip into the counter and made an embarrassing sound. Oh, Siffrin. Did you really hit the counter and say, "Nya"? You did. No. Okay. Nya. Madam! A flyer for the boulangerie. Because we loaf you almost as much as you loaf our bread. I like that pun. Considering how much bread we bought from them from dinner yesterday. Loving us is the least they could do. Not allowed. Yeah, teamwork. What do we find in the cupboard? A egg key. The keychain is shaped like an egg. That's an egg. Bonnie is making grabby hands. You give Bonnie the key. Oh, so the next key should be a broken egg, right? Are eggs important to the change belief? Yes, an intact egg and a broken egg. We're the egg. Getting out of the egg. Change also means destruction. Blah blah blah. Oh, yes, pretty much. Can't make pancakes without breaking a few eggs. It's omelets, bonbon. You're an omelette czar. A terrifying rebuttal from the preteen. And for every change, something needs to break. Maybe changing yourself will hurt someone. Maybe changing means leaving a part of yourself behind. It's to remind us that before changing, we must stop and think about what will be irreparably destroyed. But destruction is just a part of change, and we must accept it. Terra in the Twitch chat says, one thing I'm glad about last night, the Game Awards, is people seem to think Jeff was a jerk with the wrap it up sign, especially for Astarian's voice actor talking about the importance of his character being a sexual assault survivor. It left a bad taste in my mouth, but I didn't have the words for it last night. Glad others noticed it as well. Yes, a lot of people have been pointing out specifically random celebrities who had not won awards were given considerably more time than people who had won awards, many of for whom it was like the first time they've ever won a major award. And like actor who's here to just kind of talk with his foot in a cast probably didn't need like 3 minutes to talk about his foot in a cast without getting playoff music, while Astarian's voice actor could barely get 20 seconds before being cut off. And I'm glad that the general sentiment is in agreement on that being a dick move. Well, it'd be super awful to keep yourself from becoming a person you feel comfortable with just because it would upset someone else. That's a harsher belief than I thought. Yeah, in this world, if you wanted to come out as trans and that was going to upset family members, the change religion would say, our religion does not believe that you should deny yourself that positive change just because someone else is going to get upset by it. And I'm like, I see it. Okay, Bonnie tried to take a bite of the keychain and continues, chomp chomp. It's carved out of stone, Boniface. Maybe the keychain has a secret, madam. Stupid crabbing rock. Bonnie gives you back the key. It's sticky. Yeah, I don't know how much further we will go tonight. I might try and finish this first floor. I'm up for playing more of this on stream if people are interested. I don't know if like doing a full playthrough on this of this on stream is a good fit necessarily, because as I have said, this game has some periods of deliberate repetition, but this stream has been really lovely, and if the whole game was this density of narrative content, I would be very confident in streaming the whole thing on stream. as it stands, there are periods of this where it will be a lot of combat. Like, not for a little while, but it will get to a point where it's a lot more combat and a lot less narrative. I don't know where interest is on that for stream, because I like the thought of streaming this, more of this, but that entirely depends on how much people are digging it or not. Let's go. Oh, Bonnie's coming in for the hit and missed. Oh, we got debuffed. That's fine. I'm going to... Here we go. Yes, we can paper. Anything will do. There we go. Experience achieved. Here we go. Yeah, here's the thing. I'd be up for it in as much as I think here's the thing. I know where I'm going to do the quickest path through this. I could make this a less repetitive playthrough than it might be for someone on first experience, and that might make it reasonable to stream, because I can sort of just I can mainline it a little bit in a way that I couldn't the first playthrough, and that is something that I'll think about it. We'll see. Right, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to Super Sparkle Heal. Yeah, get the big smacks in. Ah, yes. Let's get some equipment. There's a sword on the wall. I would like that sword. Taking things that don't belong to you is bad, but yes, I would like the sword. I would like it very much. Okay, so we have the needle sword, which will stick around between loops. Equipment stays around permanently, so we're going to pop that quickly on Mirabelle, who's going to get the needle sword. We're going to sprint along this way. This first floor, honestly, we might get through this first floor pretty quickly. I think getting through this first floor tonight's very reasonable. Yoldi Badger says, is it gone or is there a second one? Interesting question. We would have to see on a future time loop what happened. There's definitely, in this time loop, there is no more sword on the wall. But if you try and come and get that sword off the wall in a future loop, something definitely does happen if you try and take that sword again in a future loop that is already equipped to one of your party members. I think it is interesting. Yeah, big smash. Right. And this way. I don't remember what we find in here. There's a pair of glasses in the cupboard that we can't even see out of. We're going to take them for Odile. I'm trying to remember what the opaque glasses do. Okay, attack goes up, defense drops, attack speed drops, crit chance goes up. Yeah, we can pop the opaque glasses on. Books on the House of Change. And a Haunting of Chateau Castle, book 51. There's wax and candle making supplies. A Craftonomy book. Piercing Craft, Creative Craft. Where's the Protecting Craft chapter? It's a Craftonomy book, not a Craftology book. This one's about the study of craft, not your fortune. Oh, I want to know my horoscope today. This place has been frozen for a few months now. I don't think it'd be up to date. Oh, you really like that sort of stuff, don't you, Isabeau? Yeah, I do. It's absolutely useless and has no basis in reality, but I like it when some letters tell me I'm going to have a good day. You're Protectorcraft, aren't you, Isabeau? People who use it are patient, honest, loyal, and very gullible. That sure is me. You're gullible. Bonnie, you're laughing, but aren't you also using Protectorcraft? No. Yes, I do seem to remember that being the case, kiddo. No, it's not the same. I'm not gullible. Yeah. You like being able to be near them and not having to contribute to the conversation. Yeah, we are beginning the autistic coded already. Being silent and surrounded by people who like you is nice. Yeah, I get it. Instructions on how to craft candles. Crafted candles last longer and can change smells as time goes by. Ooh. Yes, a lot of the ways that Siffrin talks about quietly sharing space with people and not necessarily vocally contributing, but nonetheless enjoying being present. Yeah, stuck with me. There's a crumpled pile of hand-drawn cards. Sure, I'll pick a card. There's a drawing of a man carrying 6 swords on a boat. The bottom says 6 of swords. I now have a 6 of swords in my equipment, I guess. You found the broken egg key. Cool. Now we know where the broken egg key is. You now have memory of keys, which will, when equipped, help you remember where keys are. You can look at a locked door, and it will remind you where the key to that door is, if you found it in a previous loop. If you forget where keys are between loops, there is a thing you can equip to be like, just tell me where the key is. Yeah, key in a bedside drawer, not a very king-like place to put it. Well, I'm not sure hiding keys in places like drawers isn't very king-like, yeah. It means they're harder to find since it's not very expected. Thankfully, we have a good old Sif to help us find them. Thank you, Siffrin. Good job. Okay, everyone joins in enthusiastically. You take a bow. Yeah, I think finishing this floor is, I think, where I'm gonna call it for tonight, just because voice is straining still, and etc. But I'll decide by Monday if we're streaming more of this. But either way, I hope this has given some people some insight into the thing I've been kind of obsessed with recently. Because I love this game that I know objectively is gonna be hard for some people to love, but I love it. Right, so we need a rock type, and we can just do that smack. Yeah, we got this. Bonnie, you got this. Nope, you missed. We gotta train you up, Bonnie. You breathe in and out. Lovely. One thing I could definitely do with this is there are some specific bits I could play off stream to come back as plot is happening again. There are some things I could do to speed up a playthrough of this that would be reasonable. I'm gonna have a proper think about it. Oh, I saw a film today I want to tell people about. that I did not expect to be as good as it was, out of nowhere. There is a sequel to the movie Chicken Run. There's a Chicken Run sequel. The Aardman animation, claymation, prison escape, but it's chickens escaping a farm where they're going to be made into pies. I don't know how to do justice what I'm about to say. The sequel to the silly movie about the chickens escaping the farm because they don't want to be made into pies is quite a well thought through critique of that sort of mentality of, I got my rights, I'm pulling the ladder up behind me, I'm not going to risk my rights and safety being taken away for someone else's need. And the tendency of people sometimes as they grow up to go, I got my rights, maybe we stay quiet and unnoticed and hope things stay okay as they are, rather than fighting for things to improve. And the ways that shapes future generations who might have different feelings about how people who are still fighting for their rights should be treated, compared to people who have aged and maybe gotten complacent and gone, I won my battle for my rights, I feel like I deserve to quiet down. It's not what I fucking expected out of a fucking Chicken Run sequel. It's also weirdly fucking terrifying for a parental guidance, like, one step above, like, all ages, mild children's peril movie. Yeah, it's a critique of Fuck You Got Mine. But it's also, and I need to stress why it's so terrifying. Okay, the other thing it's a critique of is, it's very easy to not care about other people's fights for their rights and safety until it personally impacts you or someone you know. TLDR, there is a factory farm turning chickens into chicken nuggets in this, but like basically drugging them to fuck so that they will be happy as they are thrown into the fucking wood chipper, because being less stressed will make better tasting meat. And this is objectively fucking terrifying and dystopian, but the way they make it not terrifying is this entire film's thing is like pasting over it with like happy upbeat pop music and vacant stares and huge smiles and like bright colourful neon like layers painted over objectively fucking terrifying, what if we just pacify the populace to the point that they are very willing to be complicit in their own destruction? Like, I did not expect that kind of fucking subject matter and presentation for a fucking Chicken Run sequel. It's it's a more worthwhile watch than I would have anticipated the Chicken Run sequel to be. It goes weirdly hard for a 90-minute children's film about some silly chicken adventures. It's been Artisynth, have a good night. Kyoksat says, we just popped into the stream. We're doing a Chicken Run analysis as a critique of individualism under capitalism. We're doing that for Chicken Run 2 that just came out, which is very specifically a fuck you got mine when it comes to rights and safety, / if you don't teach younger generations about the fight for equality that you had and the risks that you underwent, they will not be prepared and history will repeat itself, / it's much easier to care about the rights of a group when you are personally impacted compared to when they are strangers where you can sort of hand wave it away as not my problem to fix. This Chicken Run sequel has genuinely made me want to do like an hour and a half long like video essay about Chicken Run and Chicken Run 2. as, like, political critique. I don't think I felt this way about a film in a while. Like, the sheer desire to sit and write, like, a very serious video essay about it. Yeah, they made a sequel. I think it came out, like, this week. I saw it today. It's weirdly politically relevant for a film about silly little chickens having a silly little escape adventure. I might have to make, like, a 90-minute fucking Chicken Run politics video essay. Yeah, Chicken Run, the claymation movie. The movie about the first one is about the chickens trying to escape the farm because they don't want to be made into pies. The second one is how do we avoid, like, hey, you might still be in danger from a powerful ruling class, but, like, we got our freedom and safety, and if we keep our heads down, we won't be the ones whose rights and safety are at risk. It'll be someone else's problem. And why would we risk our rights and safety for someone else's when we have a very comfortable, stable thing going here? Okay. Not the best move. I'm gonna do like I'm gonna do scissors attacks. I'm gonna make it your turn again so you can scissors attack again. I'm just gonna get a combo because that's gonna bring our healer back up. Oh, except no, you're fine. That's fine. Okay, that'll do. Stardust, listen, I forgot to explain something. As you know, you can save your progress here. There's things you may not know. These stars are all linked to a spot you can loop back to. You can loop back to Dormont and the first floor in the house. You'll keep your experience and craft skills no matter what, but your party's progress is reset. Make it easier for you, every time you save your progress, your party's craft skills and experience will be saved for this specific spot. So your fighter is level 45 now. And it'll be level 45 again if you loop back to here. If you had him recorded at level 52 before, and he only gets to level 46 next time you save your progress here, his level will still be recorded as 52. No going back, he will stay strong. It's the same for the number of tonics and other battle items you're holding. If you save your progress here, your friend's experience and skill points will be recorded. Yeah. Everyone was healed. Yeah, let's beat the boss and finish this floor. Yes, it's... I find this feature really does mean that in practice, like, I didn't have to think about level grinding the party that much. Like, when we beat the end of the first floor, they will always be, we beat the first floor level strength at minimum. No obvious hand signal. Big ball head. Something's happening. It's going to show us a symbol. We've got to hit it with rocks for now. We're going to hit it with punches. Yeah, we understand how to fight a thing that shows scissors. Yeah, don't worry. You don't need to analyze the enemy. I know it showed scissors I hit with a rock. Okay, so let's speed up the ATB. We're going to big smash. You have a rock attack, so we're going to do that. Going to pass the turn straight back to you because you have unlimited rock attacks. You can just go straight back into that. So we're 3/5 of the way to a combo already. Hyperflares, yeah, I've played this game start to finish in my own time and then wanted to do at least one stream of it myself to... Oh, did it change its craft type? I was not paying attention for it changed its craft type too. It's fine, I'm going to continue trying to hit it with rocks so I can do a combo. gonna do another smash. Oh, you're immune to the smash. Okay, fine. What do you need hitting with? Scissors? Please be scissors. Scissors is really easy for me to combo. No, it's paper. Okay. Okay, we can make paper work. Yeah, not my first time through. It was mainly a... I think this game is very interesting and I wanted an excuse to show it at people. Okay, so we hand the turn over. You can do a paper level 3. Come on, stick on one type long enough for me to combo you. Bonnie missed, that's fine. Pass the turn right back to you so you can do another paper attack. Can't do that. We can do a heal, which is probably important. Let's heal up the tank. Speed up the timing more. We're nearly there on our paper attacks. Then we'll get a full party heal. Hyperflares in the YouTube chat says, as a queer with memory issues, I identify strongly with Sif. As an autistic queer person with memory issues, big same. Yeah, we're literally just going to throw it straight back to you for another paper attack. We're just going to keep spamming paper. Buff everyone up. Come on, just a little longer. Get one more paper attack in. We're so close. Probably not even worth hanging around to, like, at this point to try and get the combo off. I don't have enough abilities to make it worthwhile, but let's just really stat up the party. Your turn. Here we go. Then we're going to do a big group attack. Come on, please be worthwhile. Yeah, it gave us a team heal, it was worth it. The sadness changed its type, but you can't see anything. You're going to have to finish its type, work out its type based on how it attacks. Bonnie, thank you for the hit. Are you paper? Can I scissor? Yeah, okay. Oh, that's good. Scissors is really easy for us to combo. Early game, it is our easiest combo skill. Three-quarters of our party can do that at the start. That is great. Yes, it's scissoring time. Yes, Terra. Super close. There we go. Your turn. Throw it back. Yeah, at this point, I think I just brute force that last little bit of the way. If able. No, slow. Wait for the scissors to come back around. Knife to meet you. Oh, I could have just regular attacked for scissors. Sadness changed its craft type. Ugh. So close. Come on. I'm gonna try attacking it with rock. Is it rock? Do I need to hit it with a rock? I do. Okay. Good guess. And you have rock available. Ta-da! First boss done. Breathe in and out. 6,000 experience. Everyone is level 46. Learn the craft skill So Weak. Hooray, we're gaining new abilities for the party. We did it! Victory! Isabeau just learned a new skill. Ooh, you got the memory of So Weak. You'll always remember this. Yes, I really like this as a thing. When equipped, your fighter will be able to use So Weak as a skill, even if he isn't at level 46. Yes, if you level up and learn an ability for a party member, and then you're on a different loop and you're not at that level yet, but you kind of need them to have that ability that they don't have yet, you can equip a memory to them that allows them to use that skill that they shouldn't have through leveling up. You can't have, like, anything else in the memory slot, but it's really useful. I found early game, there is a skill, for Mirabelle to have an ability to, like, help enemies that are, like, frozen in time by effects. Really, really useful, once you've learned it, to be able to use it in loops where you're not that level yet if you need to. It's such, like, I really like this mechanic. It is a very sensible accommodation for the setup of this. Something is keeping you from going back. There's no turning back now. Gotta go forward. And in order to save, we're going to have a little conversation around a little campfire, and then that's where we're going to wrap up for today. Look at that, we're already a third of the way to the king. This room feels different than the others, doesn't it? It's missing the threatening pressure the rest of the house has. Can we take a little break, then? No. We should keep going and... What was that? I think I'm hungry. My time! My time! My time! My time to be the leader! Why? Because it's snacks time, baby! Snacks are important to keep the hunger away and keep morale up. I learned that because I'm a growing kid. That sure is true. But do we have time to... Mira? Let's take a break, alright? Even people blessed by the change god like you need to take a break sometimes. Alright. You can't deny Bonnie their chance to be the leader. You've gotta have snack time. You guys stay here. I'll get some snacks ready. Okay, snack leader. Oh, I remembered something. Isabeau, heads or tails? Tails. Odile takes a coin from her pocket and flips it in the air. Flip, 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 flip. It fell on tails. Ah. I lost. Yeah. What do I win? Sweet taste of victory and nothing else. I don't even get congrats. Wow, madame. I thought we were friends. We're not friends. We're associates. Not companions. Colleagues. Allies at best. Not even soulmates. Can't believe you've gone down to being an acquaintance now. No. What was that coin flip about, madame? Oh, well, I asked the favouritory to make me win my next coin flip. Ah, such a silly favour. Purely for scientific reasons. I was wondering whether this favouritory business had any truth to it. As we can see, it doesn't. Oh. Well... But Madame Oldie didn't put any thought or hope into her favour, so why would it come true, right? If you want to make something come true, it definitely will. You think so? Absolutely. That's right. Bonnie probably wished for their sister to be okay, didn't they? Okay, who wants snacks? I have snacks. Today I have many snacks at your disposal. I have some plantain chips. Did you use the last of those not bananas to make them? Yes. Yes, I did. Crunchy, delicious, and full of potassium. That's plantain chips. You all clap. Second snack is some boring but delicious cookies. Cookies. Oh, great sales pitch, Bonbon. Boring but delicious. Cookies, a taste of home. What kind of home is boring but delicious? Zah, you're weird. And for our third and final snack, we are proud to present some onigiri. 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 Onion-giri. Oh, you messed that one up on purpose. Yeah. I'm gonna add some onigiris for everyone. One of those carbo and rice balls, right? Oh, one of those carbo and rice balls, right? Yeah, rice. I love rice. You and every other kid on this planet, Boniface. Now choose which one you want. Don't worry, I have enough for everyone. I would like some... I'll have some of the rice balls. Bonnie hands you an onigiri. Odile taught Bonnie how to make onigiri a few weeks back. You wonder what Bonnie put inside this time? Apple slices? Did you put apple slices in the onigiri? Yeah! Deal Age put a plum in hers before, so I figured I'd try putting another fruit in there. Is it good? It's okay, Dile. I know you're old and don't like change, so I have one with a plum if you want. Thank you. So, do you like it? Did I do a good job as snack leader? You absently nod. Yeah, this is good. Uh-oh. You say very loudly, "Thank you, snack leader, for this delicious meal." Oh, this is so good. Thank you, Bonnie. Oh, good, Bonbon. I feel refreshed, invigorated, alive. Good food. Yum, yum, yummy, yum, yum. Yeah! You got a memory of snacks. When equipped, memory of snacks makes the kid more likely to heal during battle. Early game, this is actually a really good equip. Is the option to just set Bonnie to heal mode. Yeah, memory of snacks. And we can sort of save that as the new thing that sticks around between loops. Well, Bonnie, that's the thing. Even if, like, some experience is lost occasionally, like, being able to keep the fundamental things that change the character build, I think, like, really helps. So stupid. We can't be friends. That'd be like being friends with your mom or your sister. So then, which one is Odile? Dial's more like a grandma, isn't she? You definitely can't be friends with your grandma. Is that how it works? Yeah, tell me about the rest of the group. Who's Mira in the group? Belle's like a cool sister. The one who gives me sweets when I ask, unlike my actual older sister who sucks. Which one is Issa? Sounds like a little brother. Okay, what am I to the group? You're... I don't know. Oh. I hope everyone's alright. The people in Dormont? Yes, but King's Purse probably got them already. It was so close when we arrived a few days ago. Even if we decided to go back, there'd be nothing to go back to. All we can do now is... Tell me a joke, Siffrin, please. Get my mind off things. I had a meeting with a plum today. A plum? Like the fruit? Yes, that meeting was... Oh, let me guess. Was it a very fruitful meeting? Oh no, was that it? Sorry for stealing your joke. This is the worst thing that could ever happen to you. Who are you if you are not the funny jokes person? Funny jokes pun person. Hey, Sif. Oh, let me guess, you're still hungry. I can see it on your face. You want for this cookie? Isabeau waves his last cookie at you. Yes. Oh, I can't even say yes. Yes isn't an option. Nah, it's fine is the only option. I can't share off a cookie with this lovely, lovely meat boy. Okay, let's try that again. And this time you say, yes, please, Mr. Amazing, Wonderful, Funny, Buff Isabeau. I'll ask you again, would you like half of this cookie? Yes, please, Mr. Amazing, Wonderful, Funny, Buff Isabeau. Of course, here you go. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. I hope I didn't make Bonnie upset earlier. You both look Bonnie's way. Bonnie is stuffing their cheeks happily. Never mind. Okay, this is us through the first floor of the dungeon in Stars and Time, and maybe we're already at Act 2. Yeah, I think by the time we get to the third floor, I think we can get the thing to skip random battles. But yeah, thank you very much everyone for watching. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's stream. I don't know if we're doing more of this next week or hopping to something else. I am undecided at this moment. We'll see where the vibe is next week. Have a good rest of your day, everyone. I hope you enjoy your evening. I'm gonna go see some. I'm gonna go to sleep and then see some friends tomorrow. Have a good one. Goodbye.